All of South Jersey.
The following program is paid for by The Locker Room with Billy Schwein. The opinions expressed are not those of Town Square Media or station advertisers.
Set, red 83.
Welcome to The Locker Room.
Vince Papali, welcome to The Locker Room.
I can smell it already, Philly. What's happening, buddy?
Von Hayes, welcome to The Locker Room with Billy Schwein.
Yeah, hey, Billy, how you doing up there?
Rich Gannon, welcome to The Locker Room, Rich.
Thanks, guys. It's great to be with you.
Great Bob McElwee, NFL referee.
Hey, Bill, how you doing?
Craig Berube. Craig, welcome to The Locker Room.
All right, thanks, Billy.
We have the real Pat Croce in The Locker Room.
Get me off the bench, Coach.
And now here's your host, Billy Schwein.
Good morning, everybody, and welcome into The Locker Room with Billy Schwein and my Locker Room youth movement back together here in the studio. Producer Danny Ryan, the intern Andrew Leeds, Jason sitting in the studio today with us. And it's Sunday, September 1st. Good morning, Mr. Andrew Leeds, the intern.
Good morning, Billy. It's good to be back. It's been a few weeks. You know, I've been at my other jobs a bit. You've had some other guests in, but it's great to be back. How are you feeling, Billy?
Well, I tell you what, man. You guys, Danny, I'm a little under the weather, man, because I woke up at like 3 o'clock in the morning. Now, my daughter had pneumonia 2 weeks ago, and she's better. She's 100%. She's ready to go to school on Tuesday or Wednesday, right?
Good.
I woke up at 3 o'clock in the morning. I couldn't talk. I was coughing. My chest is tight, and I had the chills real bad. I'm like, no way. Like, how did it come on that quick?
Yeah, just in the middle of the night. You didn't have any symptoms before you went to bed?
No, well, I had a little bit of a cough. I passed out during the I think I was watching Miami. By the way, some great college football games yesterday.
Great Phillies game last night, too.
Great Phillies game. We'll get into the Phillies, but I fell asleep, and I slept for 2 hours, which was a little unusual. Usually when I take a nap when football's on, it's just for like 45 minutes to an hour.
Yeah, quick power nap.
Power nap. I was out, and then when I woke up, I had a cough, so there was signs of it. Probably shouldn't have had a couple adult beverages last night. That probably didn't help, but
I mean, you didn't know.
I didn't know. I had
But
when I woke up, I had the chills. It was horrible, and of course, I started sending SOSs out to all you guys.
Yeah,
because if I couldn't make it in,
like 7:30 this morning, fellas. I'm not doing well. I had the chills last night.
I'm surprised I'm even able to talk. PJ told me to go get some tea with honey and lemon. I got that.
That always helps.
I'm surprised you were even able to come in today. I mean, I was going to suggest maybe we scrap the show, but
the show must go on.
It must go on, and today is the Schweiner flu game, baby. The Schweiner flu game.
I'm like lethargic.
Jordan's got nothing on you.
But we got a big show lined up today, and it's good we do because it'll fly by. At 10:30, we go on the mound with former Phillies pitcher Tommy Greene, as we do each and every Sunday throughout the baseball season, brought to you by Blitz's Market in Ocean City. Then hour 2, we're going to kick off Keys to the Game with Scott Grayson, Fox 29 News sports anchor. And that's also brought to you by Blitz's Market. So Blitz's is our big sponsor.
They're our MVP right here.
They like the they like the pros, man.
They're better than that orange juice, baby.
Yeah. They're orange phenomenal. But guess what? Sorry, guys, no orange juice today.
Yeah, I kind of figured when you sent us that text.
I'm out of my rental house.
Yeah, you're not living in Ocean City.
That too. By the way, Johnny Griner, Burger Realty, took care of me this summer. He did a great job, and I'll be back next year. But I won't be going by Blitz's throughout the winter because it's just it's out of the way.
It's out of the way.
GU, you know what GU means?
It's going to be no, I don't.
Geographically undesirable.
Okay.
I don't think I've heard that one.
Yeah,
that's
a new one for me.
I don't know if that's a youth.
I have a 72-year-old dad, and I've never heard that one. So that's interesting.
Don't make me laugh. I'll start coughing.
It's all right though. It'll be special occasions.
Guess what? Then at the bottom of the hour, second hour, the fantasy football guru Brian Hartley is going to join us.
Wow.
Brought to you by Charlie's Bar and Restaurant in Summers Point.
It's feeling like that time, Billy.
Yeah.
Football season, fall is on the way.
Now, yesterday, Josh called in, StreamYard in, to give us the order of the draft.
Yeah.
Ooh.
You know where you are.
Oh, I know where I am.
You're not in on that?
I'm not in this year. I was in it last year, but this year I'm not gonna lie. I wasn't invited this year. I mean, my team wasn't that good last year. I don't think I was going to do it again this year anyway. Because
I think Josh had gotten 10 right away.
Probably.
So
Yeah.
I think that they didn't want to go 12. That's a little bit too much.
Yeah, it can get a bit too much at times. You know, the talent kind of diminishes a
Dave
bit. as you get to
Clement,
later
our own
rounds.
Dave Clement goes number 1.
Oh boy, Clement M.
Clement M.
See, number 1's tricky though, because you think, you got number 1, you're set. You do get a great talent at 1, but then you don't pick again for a while.
Yeah, but then you get 2, and then it goes back the other way. I'm number 8. I hate it.
That's not
I mean,
bad
I'm
though, because
7.
you get 2 picks pretty close together. You get 8, and then you get pick 3 in the next round.
I
4 in
forgot the
next round?
fiasco that it was watching Billy talk to Brian last year and having Josh set his lineup every single week. Man, I'm
so
ready
then
for that
Nicky
again.
Earnshaw's, he's going 2nd.
Okay.
PJ Corda, Mr. Negadelphia, is 4th. Danny Ryan is 7th. I'm 8th. Josh is 9th. And
You just went from 4th to 7th?
yeah. Oh no, no, you're number 7.
Yeah, I'm 7.
I'm number 8.
Yeah.
So
Who's 5 and 6?
Deshaun and Jim McClain's number 6.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
And then 9.
What I skipped?
You skipped 4. Yeah, it's all right. You're out of it.
I'm out of it.
4 and 5.
All kind of medicine.
So who's 9 and 10?
Josh is 9, and I can't read my handwriting for number 10.
Josh sent me a
least-
screenshot. I'll get my phone soon. And,
But
look
it's
at it.
tonight at 8 o'clock, right?
Yes, tonight at 8
So,
o'clock. I'm looking forward to it.
I gotta get home, get a nap, and get ready.
I might be out in the town by the time this draft starts, so
I was gonna
What
say.
are you gonna do? Autofill?
I might have a few auto picks in me tonight. We'll see.
I was gonna say I had a draft yesterday with some of my buddies,
So did I.
and I had to finish it at work. Like as we started it before work,
rough.
I was like, let's get this going. Let's
Yeah.
not waste time on our picks. And of course, everybody else is
Tell
taking
you what,
a whole 2 minutes.
I had that's brutal too. I had an
Yeah.
in-person draft last night. We didn't have a clock going because we're in person. We had a board and everything.
Oh, that's fun.
It probably took us about 3.5 to 3 hours and 45 minutes to
Is
finish
that
this draft.
Really?
I mean,
Wow.
we weren't in a
That's
rush.
too
We
long.
were just chilling, but because we were grabbing the stickers, putting it on the board. It was just dragging on.
See that one, I get it because it's in person and you have
Yeah.
the board. If you're doing a digital one like on the app,
Nobody's there.
no
yeah.
longer than 45 minutes. Like, come on, guys, we're grown ups. We can do this. Just
1 minute
you don't need
clock.
to
Who do you
spend-
want?
Yeah, you don't need to spend two whole minutes.
I think we're on a 1 minute clock, right?
I'm not sure.
Normally it's a minute to 90 seconds.
You don't. I forget what it is.
The one
but
league
it's
I
not
did, I
long.
started at 2 minutes,
Josh
then lowered
has
it to a minute 30, then lowered it to a minute. I slowly decreased the
But
time.
when you go on, when you get online, it's right. It's all right there for you.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah,
it
you got
counts
all
there,
the-
So you got the time. All right. So that we'll do that tonight. Yesterday, college football's week 1 because last week was week 0.
Yep.
Today's week 1. Yesterday was week 1. Of course, we got a great game tonight. So what? Southern Cal LSU tonight? I think it is.
I'll confirm that. but-
Confirm that for me, boys. But last night there were some really good games, and there were some blowouts. A lot of blowouts in week 1. You get some teams playing cupcakes.
We got
like-
USC
Yeah,
versus
USC.
LSU.
And it's
Boston
in
College, Florida State tomorrow at
tomorrow,
7:30.
Right. I watched a little bit of the Georgia game. That was a blowout. I was surprised. Georgia's for real, guys.
Yeah.
I mean, they always are. They
Again.
always are.
Again.
Penn State looked good.
Penn State. How about that rain delay?
Yeah.
I mean, and then when they resumed, like there was nobody in the stands,
Yeah.
which was kind of weird.
Yeah, you don't
Mike
see
Gill,
that
Mike Gill
often.
tweeted out that he was very disappointed with his Mountaineer fans.
His alma mater.
because he went to West Virginia.
Yeah.
So,
Oh wow.
Tennessee smoked Chattanooga 69-3.
Oh my goodness.
Like, come on, man. But I'll tell you what, the kid from Miami, their quarterback, really good player last night.
Yep.
He was throwing some darts. Very entertaining game. Of course, then Notre Dame. Look, you guys, I'm not a big Notre Dame fan. Excuse me. I'm not a big Notre Dame fan, but I like to see Notre Dame do well.
I get
When
what you
Notre
mean.
Dame does well, the golden helmets, when you see them like doing really well, I like it's good for football, I think.
I've always had that kind of same opinion where I don't really have any allegiance to any school specifically. My
I
my
went to
college
Rutgers.
didn't.
I'm
yeah.
not. I don't know. I can't.
Mike Stockton doesn't even have a football team, so
Yeah.
I don't really have a dog in
Go
the fight.
props,
But
baby. Go
I
props.
will agree that Ospreys forever, but Notre Dame, I always do like to see them in the hunt. Like
yes.
it's always fun when the
Right.
Fighting
Yeah.
Irish are up there.
Fighting Irish.
By the way, speaking of Notre Dame, remember the last time Temple actually had a following and they were good? It was that Notre Dame game. What?
Yeah,
Close to a
and
decade
that was
ago?
at the link, right?
Yeah. That was
You
the last
know,
time I
College
saw the
Game
link
Day,
packed
college-
for Temple.
College game day was there.
Yep. And Temple's been a disaster. It seems like ever since they lost terribly. So I'm just looking. I hope eventually Temple can get back to playing good football.
Ohio State smoked Akron 52-6. So it's
I mean, what do
Old
you
Miss.
expect?
Old Miss beat Furman 76-0.
Alabama,
yeah.
63-0 against Western Kentucky. I mean, there were some blowouts,
crazy scores.
But so the Notre Dame was close. That was a good game, and
We
also the Miami game was close for a while. Then Miami pulled away.
Also on Thursday night, we had a great game between North Dakota State and Colorado.
that
I mean,
was a
Travis
great game.
Hunter is
Yeah,
unreal.
he
Can
is.
we just talk
Did
about
you see
him?
the catch, Billy?
No, I did not.
We're going
He
to
was
show you that
essentially
catch
wrapped
during the
around a
break.
defender and barely got fingers on it. It was unbelievable. He had, I believe, the stat line was 132 receiving yards and 3 touchdowns, and he plays corner. I mean, the guy's unbelievable. Do you think that's going to be able to translate to the NFL? Do you think he'll be able to play both sides?
No,
There's a big debate.
I don't know. You know what? I could maybe because of the position he plays, he might be able to do it. But
That's
not,
very
but
hard,
not,
man.
but not. He's not gonna. Maybe he'll get us.
I think the
because
competition is way too tough to to
He'll
split your practice in
Andrew.
half
He'll
like
be able.
that.
He'll be able to do it on his main position is secondary. There's cornerback, right?
I mean, he plays both
Right.
equally well, to be honest with you.
It's tough. Yeah, I don't even know what I would say. Last year, I would have said he was a D back mostly.
Like
now,
you're not going to see a Chuck Bednarik again.
No,
Fine.
we're
I
never
think if he
gonna
plays
see
both
that.
sides of the ball, it's not going to be full time for the entire game. Like it's going to be, in spurts here and there.
Right.
Yeah.
But
Then of course the Phillies come on last night, and I got a lot to talk about with you guys with that because I don't know where you stand, but remember I hit the panic button a few weeks ago.
Oh yeah.
Yes,
I'm still there, guys.
why?
I'm going to tell you on the other side because we're going to go to a break.
And that's what you call a tease, ladies and gentlemen.
That is a tease. I am happy with the win, and I'm happy for Wheeler. We'll get into the statistics of that game.
Did you see the robbed home runs too?
Yeah.
Harris,
So-
Robin,
them, yeah.
I forget who it was, and then Rojas, Robin, or
Yeah.
Rojas.
Rojas.
I pulled a Billy Schwein there.
Yeah.
Rojas, Robin won.
He did he robbed them first.
Yeah,
and then
Johan got the
Harris
first
was
one.
more
But
impressive.
I'm still, Tommy Greene's going to have to get me off the ledge again today
What's
what else is new?
Yeah, what's new?
Yeah.
because, we're going to get into it, but I was not.
Why? They've won
Wheeler-
2 of 3 so far against the Braves.
I get it, but they're beating a Braves team that doesn't have 6 starters. And even though Wheeler threw a shutout, he pitched really well, albeit against their JV team.
I mean, you play the competition in front of you. They're
I
still
know.
close to you in the division. This is probably the biggest series of the season for the Phillies, and they're
It
taking
is.
care of
Great-
business.
Great win and 3-0, a couple homers.
Let me ask you this.
They didn't, everybody
And
else could hit.
we'll get
Hey,
into
I
it on
mean-
the other side,
Yeah.
but would you guys be satisfied with the split, or do you need them to take 3
No,
out
I
of
need
4?
to take because they won yet last night. I need them to take 3 out of 4.
I agree.
I agree.
We'll
as
get into
well.
it more on the other
We'll
side.
get into it on the
Yeah.
other side. And then at the second hour, Scott Grayson will get the keys to the game, and we'll talk a lot about the Eagles.
Starting to
in
feel like
hour two.
football.
It's fall. All right. The first hour of the locker was powered by Surety Title. Surety provides comprehensive title insurance protection and professional settlement services for home buyers and sellers, real estate agents, brokers, lenders, home builders, developers, and attorneys to facilitate your real estate purchases. Surety is an industry-wide leader with a team of experts that will help you through the entire process, from contract signing to closing, with the shortest center city and every place in between. Surety Title is there for you with 15 office locations in New Jersey and PA. That's Surety Title. For more information, call my good friend Ron Conklin at 856-988-8900 or give Chris Mooney a call in the Ocean City office at 609-399-1227. Now I want to tell you about McCann Appraisers. Excuse me. For all your real estate appraisal needs, call John A. McCann and Associates, 609-263-7422. Whether commercial or residential properties, for estate, tax, or financial planning, divorce or financing, and more, the professionals at John A. McCann and Associates are licensed and ready to assist you right now. Call 609-263-7422. All right, when we return, we'll talk some Phillies baseball. You're listening to The Locker Room with Billy Schwein and my Locker Room Youth Movement. Producer Danny Ryan, intern Andrew Leeds, right here on 97.3 ESPN.
Sunday Night Baseball on ESPN Radio. It's a critical showdown in the NL East.
It is gone into the third row. A solo shot for Harper.
Bryce Harper and the Philadelphia Phillies face Marcell Ozuna and the Atlanta Braves.
Towards center field, way back there, on its way, and gone. Marcell Ozuna will touch them all.
The Braves at the Phillies. Sunday Night Baseball. Coverage begins at 6 Eastern with first pitch at 7 Eastern.
It's Phillies baseball on 97.3 ESPN.
Ocean City's real estate market is red hot. You need an agent that has the knowledge and expertise to help. Contact Ocean City's top agent, Mark Rhymes. Mark has been selling real estate for 30 years in South Jersey. He can answer all your real estate questions and find you the perfect property. He's available anytime on his cell at 609-425-2042. When Philadelphia star athletes are looking for a house at the beach, they contact Mark Rhymes, specializing in buying and selling vacation homes, single-family homes, condominiums, and duplexes, residential and commercial, as well as new construction projects or investment opportunities. Mark Rhymes, he's your agent at the beach. Give him a call right now, 609-425-2042, or check out his website at grimes.com.
How would you like to go to the 2025 Masters Golf Tournament? Go to ticksforgood.org to find out how you can win the grand prize of 2 weekend passes to the 2025 Masters, as well as plenty of other awesome prizes like Masters hats, t-shirts, and foursomes to your favorite South Jersey golf courses. Go to ticksforgood.org to learn how you can win these prizes. This sweepstakes is brought to us by our friends at Shane Orthopedics and the David Scales State Farm team.
Finding an electrician that is dependable, prompt, and experienced is important. Tom Jackson and Sons Electrical Service is just that. Service in Atlantic and Cape May counties for 40 years, Tom Jackson and Sons Electrical Services specializes in both commercial and residential work and provides 24-hour emergency services. No job too big and no job too small. Call Tom Jackson and Sons Electrical Services. They do it all. Call for a free estimate, 609-399-1999.
Call Tom Jackson and Sons for electrical. They're number one.
Hi, this is ex-Philadelphia Eagles tight end Ken Dunnick, and I'm the current publisher of Jersey Man and Philly Man magazine, and I'm asking you to become a Camden County police officer and help make our city a better place to live. The Camden County Police Department is now hiring for sworn officers who are going to make a difference in our community. The first year's salary for the position is $51,000. So join the effort today to be part of something bigger than yourself. Visit CamdenCountyPD.org to apply online. That's CamdenCountyPD.org. Thank you.
Who doesn't love getting something for free? Labor Day deals have arrived at the Home Depot, and right now you can get a free Milwaukee 18-volt extended capacity battery, $159 value when you buy a select tool. Get longer runtime and more battery life so you can power all your fall projects. Shop Labor Day deals and get a free battery when you buy a select tool at the Home Depot. How doers get more done. Limit 1 per transactions. Exclusions apply. Full eligible tool list in store and online.
Texting enrolls you into recurring automated text messages. Consent not required to purchase. Message and data rates may apply.
Hey, Dan, how you doing? Haven't seen you around the gym.
Yeah, I've really fallen off. Since I turned 40, I just don't get the results I used to get.
Could be lower testosterone. I went through it a while back. I got Nugenix Total T, and it's made a huge difference for me.
I've seen that ad on TV. Is it for real?
Oh, yeah. The key ingredient is something called Tesnor, which helps boost free and total testosterone levels to help you trim up and stay lean.
And it's made a difference for you?
Man, I feel like I'm in my 20s again, at work, in the gym, and in the bedroom.
Are they still giving out complimentary bottles for people to try it for themselves?
Yeah, you just need to send them a text. Text HOT to 321-321 right now for your complimentary bottle of Nugenix Total T. Plus, text now and we'll include a bottle of Nugenix Thermo, our most powerful fat incinerator ever, to help you get back into shape fast, absolutely free. Text HOT to 321-321. That's HOT to 321-321.
Products and statements have not been evaluated by the FDA. These products are not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease or illness.
You're listening to The Locker Room. Schwein. 7-3 ESPN.
All right, we're back broadcasting live at the Toms River Auto Group studio right here in Northfield. Billy Schwein, my Locker Room youth movement. Producer Danny Ryan, the intern Angel Leeds, we're back. And guys, last night the Phillies, great pitching performance by Zach Wheeler. He threw 96 pitches, 65 for strikes. He lowered his ERA down to 2.63, I believe it is now. What is it? 2.63. Yep.
I'll look that up.
No, I got it. I got it right here. 2.63.
Also picked up his 100th win.
But I don't know about you guys, but it's just like I know Max Fried's a great pitcher, and Max Fried's 8-8 on the season. His ERA is 3.52. He was 3.50. Are you satisfied with that win last night, Andrew?
I would say I am. I get what you're saying. They live and die by the long ball. But we also did have some small ball. We had
one run.
Leston Wilson hit a double, I believe, and then we had Edmundo Sosa driving him with a triple. We had, I get what you're saying. We rely a lot on the home runs, but when you shut down, I know you said
they're playing 6 consider guys around
JV
the,
Braves, but still, you play
five
in front of
regulars,
you.
five regulars, and Spencer Strider.
Yeah, I know it's a lot. I mean, it's a lot. But again, it's baseball. You don't feel bad for anybody, but it is a lot.
Let me ask you this question, Danny. Are you concerned about Nick Schwarber? I mean, the guy's hitting
Kyle?
240. What did I say? Nick Schwarber.
Nick
No, I call him. That's what I
Nicky,
call him.
yeah.
I call him Nick
Okay.
Schwarber. Yeah, because he's the best leadoff hitter in the world. Nick Schwarber, he's batting 214 in the month of August. He batted 214 in the month of August, and he's 5 for 80, 8 for 59 in his last 15 games. 136 average, no homers. Like, are we going to limp into the freaking playoffs with this guy batting leadoff?
I doubt it. I mean,
Topper's not going to change his ways, Danny.
He's not. You're right. But again, like many of the players in this lineup, many of the hitters in this lineup, they go cold at certain points and they slump. And, Schwarber was hot for a little bit there. It took him a little bit longer. He was more of a July Schwarber breakout this year as opposed to his typical June Schwarber breakout. But I'm not too concerned with him. It is a bit concerning that this lineup doesn't have a ton of power right now outside of, Nick Castellanos. And Trey hit one last night, but he had a power outage for a while there. Bryce Harper's had a power outage. So I don't think this team's going to limp to the playoffs. You have about a month left before you really get to the stretch run, and I have confidence in them. I will say, I was panicking a little bit. I didn't push the panic button when you did, Billy, but they're finding ways to win. And I know you're saying it's the JV Braves, but they also lost that team just 2 days ago.
That's more concerning.
A little bit, but at the same time, it's very encouraging to see them bounce back and put that team behind them and shut out the Braves and beat them 3-0 behind 2 solo bombs and an RBI double. So I'm not extremely confident in this team with the way they're playing right now. All of their big guns aren't clicking, but I'm definitely more encouraged than I was a week and a half, 2 weeks ago. I don't know how you are.
I mean, ultimately, like you keep saying, you gotta be who's. And I know the Braves aren't.
Dave Clement says losing teams. They're not a losing team, obviously. They are.
Yeah. I mean, you got to see. I mean, they won the series against Houston. I know we left with a bad taste in our mouth with Taiwan Walker. We also beat Kansas City. Those are both 2 good teams, playoff level teams. And we went today. We won another 3 straight series. This one being against our NL East rival.
Do you remember? Guys, remember last football season, right?
Yes.
So Eagles were 10-1.
They were
all right.
but maybe
those
kind of suspect.
Remember those half of those wins were like everyone's like, oh, it's a win in the NFL. It's every Sunday, they look like crap doing. I made the analogy yesterday. It's like ordering a surf and turf dinner. You got a great dinner going there, but you get your lobster's chewy and your meat's overcooked. Mm-hmm. You still had a surf and turf, but it wasn't great.
Yeah. I mean, listen.
Well, I'm starting to worry about, is our meat undercooked?
What the hell?
Overcooked?
What the hell?
Never found out the point.
The thing is, really, they're not clicking on all cylinders. They're still winning. How could you be concerned? They're not clicking on all cylinders and still winning. No, I'm just trying to be a realist here. I mean, they're not clicking on all cylinders. Turner had his first home run in a while last night. Harper hasn't had one for August. I mean, they're not clicking on all cylinders. Castellanos is the best hitter, arguably. Holmes hurt. Apparently Harper's hurt, and they're still winning.
So what do you do? Topper's
it's
not going to do it.
Yeah,
Why don't you just switch Turner and Walker?
I don't know if that would benefit the team.
Yeah,
Turner's not
Turner's
comfortable in the 2 holes.
I just don't see
But
that.
see, you're just trying to make
A month out from the playoffs is way too late to consider doing something
Billy,
like that in my eyes.
You know this ship is sailed with getting scored by the league. I've told you, Rob Thompson will never do it. And you said that, at the top of the show, the top of this segment. He's just not going to do it, unfortunately. You're going to have to keep harping that home, though. Hopefully Rob Thompson hears you.
Harper his third home run against Max Fried, so I guess he owns him a little bit, wouldn't you say?
That's sad.
Remember in the beginning of the season, Max Fried only pitched 2 1/3 the second game of the season.
Did you mean Turner?
No, Max Fried.
No. You said Harper hit his third home run.
No, I mean Turner. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I was going to say.
But wait a minute. Max Fried, when he pitched, I guess it was the second game of the season, he only went 2 1/3, 2/3 of an inning.
Yeah, he's been
he
beat
got
up
shelled.
as of late. He got shelled, and then he was beat up last postseason run. So, I mean, we haven't seen the best Max Fried as of late, and he didn't pitch terribly yesterday. Just Sosa and Turner got to him for 2 homers, and then Weston Wilson was able to provide an RBI or a walk as well. So, I mean, you take it. All
right, I got to take it. I'm just so skeptical of this team, like winning like the way they did last night. I mean, outstanding pitching. Don't get me wrong, and I'm happy that they got the win.
Yep.
but I'm just not comfortable. Like I hit the panic button a couple weeks ago, and I'm not fully back.
It's hard to put that button away completely.
Is it because I know what happened to the Eagles and the Sixers
I think that's
last
it.
year?
I was going to say exactly
And also
that.
the Phillies.
Yeah, and the Phillies
the Phillies
themselves.
last
I
year.
mean, I think just as Philly fans, we've been burned so many times that.
Right.
I mean, the Flyers, we can even bring up the Flyers.
We didn't have
choked it last
expectations for
year.
them, but if they would have won at least 2 of their last 7 games, they would have been in the playoffs.
Exactly. So it's just one of those things where I think us as Philly fans are so quick to hit that panic button, and then once we hit it, it's hard to put it away as if it didn't happen. And now, I mean, again, we're 1 win away from winning 3 straight series against all playoff level teams. That if you would have told you,
I like that.
Yeah, if you heard that a week ago, you'd be happy about that.
I
The way they're
yeah,
struggling.
no, you said that. That's good. How about are you concerned? Danny just said Harper's working with an injury. He's playing hurt.
That's one thing I am
His
concerned.
average has dropped to 279.
I mean, it just sucks that every year it seems like we have to, Bryce Harper.
When's the last time he hit a home run? In July?
It was August 9th.
August 9th.
Schwarber, it's been since August 14th, by the way. So both of them at the top of our lineup have really not been able to hit the long ball as of late.
What do you make of let me ask you two guys this.
Yeah.
What do you make of Schwarber's mojo when he comes up to bat? Does he look like, I don't know, he doesn't look like he's confident.
You just hate Schwarber. you actually hate Schwarber. I'm convinced.
I will say, I get what there are some times where I see him walk up and I'm like, okay, he's going to strike out. Like there are times where he just doesn't have that energy.
Yeah, he just doesn't.
But I don't think it's every time or even most of the time. There's just certain times I see him. I'm like, I don't feel like we're getting anything good.
You can tell off the first pitch, second pitch, typically to Schwarber, what type of at bat he's going to have.
By the way, I think I even tweeted, put on X platform that Fried in the beginning of the game, Fried was getting ahead of the batters, and it just didn't look good for the Phillies offense.
Slow down there.
I know because I got my Eagles.
It's not Friday yet.
That's the second hour.
Right. By the way, we got to talk about Brazil and everything that's
we
going
had
on over
Kristen
there.
Morby on from NBC Sports. She called me from Brazil.
Bizarre, man. It is. You see, they're banning Twitter over there.
Yeah.
So all these reporters are, going to threads, Instagram threads, or they're going to have somebody sign into their Twitter from the States to tweet stuff out, and you're just going to text them stuff. Crazy.
Anyway.
But yeah, the Phillies.
Schwarber, Harper, for some reason, these guys, they look like they're lost up at the plate.
I mean, that's every baseball player, though,
So let's talk to Tommy Greene, see what he says. What's he going to say?
He's going to put
you know what he's going to say? He says the company line all the time.
Yeah.
Billy, don't get too down when the things are going bad.
But if you're
Billy, don't get too good when the things are going good.
You say it's the company line, but at the same time, he is a former player. He knows what it's like to be in those locker rooms, and he's,
I want some juice.
You're going to tell him you're panicking. He's going to say, Billy.
I'm telling him that. I'm telling him I'm panicking.
Billy,
again.
what the hell are you panicking about? They're on the verge of winning 3 straight series against surefire playoff teams. That's what he's going to tell you.
Okay.
But we'll find out.
Okay.
Yeah.
You know what I'm going to tell you guys? The first out of the locker room is powered by Surety Title. Surety provides comprehensive title insurance protection and professional settlement services for home buyers and sellers, real estate agents, brokers, lenders, home builders, developers, and attorneys to facilitate your real estate purchases. From the shortest center city and every place in between, Surety Title is there for you with 15 office locations in New Jersey, PA. That's Surety Title. For more information, please call my good friend Ron Conklin at 856-988-8900 or give Chris Mooney a call in the Ocean City office at 609-399-1227. Now, guys, I want to tell you about La Scala's. Guess what? We're going to be broadcasting live from La Scala's Beach House in Brigantine for 7 Eagles pregame shows.
I can't wait. I love being at La Scala's. It's always a great time. Beautiful venue.
Yeah, man. The vibe is so cool there. It's a great vibe in Brigantine. Come on out. We're going to be giving away jerseys, and I'm working on a couple former Eagles players to show up.
That'd be awesome. And not to mention great food as well.
Yeah, well, the food's outstanding. The La Scala's Beach House is in Brigantine. It opened last summer to rave reviews. It's your home away from home for a large selection of Italian, American, and seafood favorites, just like your grandmom used to make. Plus, you'll love their famous pizza, their daily specials, and their game day menu. Eat in or take out at La Scala's. They're at 1400 Ocean Avenue in Brigantine. That's LaScalasBeachHouse.com. Let's eat. When we return, we'll go on the mound with former Phillies pitcher Tommy Greene. You're listening to The Locker with Billy Schwein right here on 97.3 ESPN.
Wake up weekday mornings from 6 to 10 a.m. with Unsportsmanlike on 97.3 ESPN with Evan Cohen, Super Bowl champion Chris Canty, and Michelle Small.
Can't wake up without it.
Brought to you by the Gallery Bar Book and Games at Ocean Casino Resort in Atlantic City.
Train presents The Unstoppables. Those captains of comfort, those gargantuans of the guarantee. Those satisfaction savants who persevere perilously beyond probability as the raconteurs of reliability. Here's to Train's heralded heroes of heating and air conditioning, those comfort kings with a tireless tenacity for total turnaround. The Train Comfort Specialists. Just one more reason why it's hard to stop a train.
Hi, this is Joe Lenigan, owner of Lenigan Plumbing, Heating, and Cooling. Call us today for your free Train system quote at 609-399-1200 or online at ocnjplumber.com. And please don't forget to ask for a military and senior discount.
Call and again and again. Call and again and again.
Randazzo's Pizza, Randazzo's Pizza. Randazzo's Pizza, the pizza you're gonna love. It's got the freshest taste that you'll find any place. Randazzo's Pizza, there's one right nearby. Randazzo's Pizza, Randazzo's Pizza. It's a pizza like you've never had before. Eat it or take it home, no matter where you roam. Randazzo's Pizza, the tastiest you'll find. Randazzo's Pizza, the tastiest you'll find.
Why would you call anyone else besides Randazzo's Pizzeria and Family Restaurant, 34th and Asbury Avenue in Ocean City. Open year-round, 7 days a week, offering free delivery on the whole island and to the beach. Pizza, pasta, salads, entrees, subs, paninis, and wraps. Voted best of the shore. Call 814-1600. 814-1600.
Randazzo's Pizza, the tastiest you'll find. Randazzo's Pizza, the tastiest you'll find.
Every year, hundreds of children suffer from unintentional injuries or death due to unsecured guns. Camden County and Moms Demand Action South Jersey are asking for your help to reduce gun violence by spreading the Be Smart message.
Store guns unloaded, locked, and ammunition. And talk to other parents about secure gun storage.
It's up to us to prevent these tragedies and save lives. Visit CamdenCounty.com/BeSmart to learn how we can stop gun accidents and deaths together.
Do you want to get in shape and feel great and look better on the beach? At Local Gym and Fitness, located at 908 Asbury Avenue, you can accomplish your goal. 4 local guys with a passion and experience in fitness wanted to open a gym that delivers a quality, hospitable, clean, and friendly environment. Don't be intimidated. Be a local. Local Gym has the best equipment around with 4 fully loaded Olympic and CrossFit platforms, Jacob's ladders, Stairmasters, bikes, and ergs. Local Gym and Fitness provides quality trainers to lend their expertise with all your training needs. They're open 7 days a week. Memberships are affordable. So be a local at Local Gym and Fitness. Call them today at 609-545-8732 or go online at localgymandfitness.com. I'll see you there.
Go for the endless ocean views and the non-stop entertainment. Go for the lucky whirls and the late night twirls. Go for the gourmet eats and the next level sweets. Go to celebrate. Go to rejuvenate. Go for an escape that's anything but ordinary. Go for the win. Go to Ocean Casino Resort. Book your trip at theoceanac.com. Must be 21 or older. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
You're listening to The Locker Room on 97.3 ESPN and the free mobile app.
All right, we're back broadcasting live at the Toms River Auto Group studio right here in Northville. Billy Schwein and my Locker Room youth movement, producer Danny Ryan, the intern, Andrew Leeds. As I'm struggling through a September 1st, a Sunday, a little bit under the weather, but I'm doing okay. I'm making it.
You're powering through. You're not struggling. You're powering through it, man.
The Phillies didn't do anything to make me feel better. I know that was a good win last night. I don't know what it is. I hit the panic button a couple of weeks ago, and Tommy Greene was walking off the ledge. I got to get him to do it again this weekend for me today. Let's go to the Toms River Volkswagen Sports Hotline. Welcome into the locker room. Former Phillies pitcher Tommy Greene. We go all the way to the Phillies pitcher Tommy Greene. Sponsored by Blitz Market, Ocean City, located at 21st and Asbury Avenue. Try their famous breakfast sandwiches, Hoagie's gourmet burgers, vegetarian options. Online ordering is available at blitzmarket.com. Give them a call at 609-399-9983. Start your day off with these orange juice. That's in the locker room with $1 off the 12 ounce. Market, Ocean City. Tommy Greene. Good morning, Tommy Greene.
Hey, good morning, brother. Glad to be back home with you.
Yeah, man. How was your vacation?
Oh, it was awesome. Like I said, I've been gone a little while. that all right. I got to stay in good graces, you know.
Like, all right, great win last night. Braves in without 6 of their starters. But this team, you feel better, Tommy. This team's not, like I hit the panic button with you 3 or 4 weeks ago, and I'm still there. I'm still not 100% happy. Are you like? How do you perceive this team right now? You think they're doing all right?
All right, look at the past week. What they do the past week?
Exactly.
They won. They were 5-2 for the week. They do that. They have another couple good weeks, man. I mean, what more do you want, Billy? I mean, you can't win every game. Yeah, that's the way I look at it.
I guess it's because of the Eagles season last year, they got off to a great start. They were the best teams in their sport, and then all of a sudden they fizzled out. And I'm like, kind of seeing, like, it kind of makes me feel like that's what's going on here.
Well, you're being a negative Nelly. That's what you're being.
And
you're dwelling on the past of bad things happening. You got a choice in life, Billy. You can choose to be positive. You can choose to be negative. We're finding a way right now to do things, you know, and keep our head right there. Yeah, has it been hunky dory like it was at for most of? I mean, basically the first half of the season. No, I mean they're having to fight for what they want now, you know. So. And they're doing it now. I mean, we got a chance to win 3 out of 4 games against the Braves, and that's exactly what you wanted to have a chance to do coming into this series.
Well, you know, obviously you threw a no-hitter in 91. You know what it's like to pitch. Pitching is so important. Good pitching outdoes good hitting. And Wheeler, I mean, he finished the month of August with a 1.62 ERA, gave up 7 earned runs, 39 innings pitched. The guy's he's our ace. He's an established ace of his staff. And that's what they needed. Yeah. But maybe I'm being too negative, but like they beat a Braves team they should be beaten.
Well, I mean, just because you got to take advantage of somebody when they're down. They've been down all season with the Braves as far as some big guys going down hurt. Now we've had some of our guys go down too, and we've had the next guys step up, and the Braves have always been notorious for guys doing that. They're never out of a ball game. And they truly believe that because I know the man in charge over there, you know, Brian Snitker, and that's the way he's been all his career with the Braves. He was my first manager in 1986. I think that was his first job as managing in 1986. So he's a lifer, and that's the way what he brings to the table, you know. And it's sort of, I mean, the Braves way is like that. Bobby Cox and them back in the day, it was that way. It's never over till it's over. Pitching and defense can get you where you need to go and give you a chance to fight for it at the end. And Braves have always done that, and we've had to do that here of late. Because are we knocking the cover off the ball? No, but we're finding the ways to win ball games too. So which is a good thing. It comes down, we got to win games that we pitch well in, and we got to find a way to do that. And this past week we've done it. So.
Hey, good morning, Tommy. So obviously this series against Atlanta is pretty huge when it comes to the NL East standings. The Braves are now 6 games back. The Phillies have a chance to send them back down 7 games with a win today. And I was curious, from your perspective as a player, how much of that, like, do you feel that coming into, like, you know, going into tonight's game, like, hey, we could win 3 of 4 and push them back down 7? Or do you treat it just kind of as another game?
One game at a time mentality.
Yeah, it's, the athlete, you never get ahead of yourself, and you learn from your mistakes behind, and you learn from what you do good behind. You want to keep the good train going, but you always take one game at a time. That's take care of today, and it'll take care of itself. We win today, it's going to take care of itself. We're putting pressure on everybody else to come catch us. You know, if we win, they can't do it. So, I mean, that's the bottom line. So if we do what we're capable of doing and going out there and having a good ball game, we're giving our team a chance to do that. So,
Tommy, 2 things I want to run by you real quick. First off, I have to ask, if the season were to end today, who is your NL Cy Young? Zach Wheeler with a 2.63 ERA, 13-6 on the season in 27 starts, or are you going Chris Sale in 25 starts, has a 2.58, 15-3 record?
Wow. I mean, that's a tough one right there, man. It comes down, I think it's bottom line.
Uh-oh.
I think we lost you. We're losing you, Tommy.
And if we win the division and stuff like that, if they keep pitching the same like they are, it's not a bad choice with either one of them. Obviously. I mean, it's a great choice. They've had great years so far. If they keep it up, I would have to say right now, because we're in the head of it, is would probably be Wheeler because we're winning. We're ahead of it, and what he, but he's just as valuable. Sale's just as valuable. What he's done for Atlanta is what Wheeler's done for us. So I mean, it's a tough decision to have to make. And if they want to get Nick Pickett, they're going to have to go by all the numbers and metrics and stuff like that. Snell's sneaky on that one. Yeah, Sale is. So
yeah, I mean,
good numbers, dude.
It's a two-man race right now, according to Fox Sports. I mean, Sale has minus 549 odds, while Zach Wheeler has plus 300. The next closest pitcher is Hunter Greene or Logan Webb, and they have plus 7,000 odds. Wow. So it really comes down to Zach Wheeler and Chris Sale. But the second thing I wanted to ask you about – no, continue. I'm sorry.
No, go ahead.
I wanted to ask you about their big bet, Bryce Harper. I mean, their $300+ million guy. It came out this week that from Todd Zalecki of MLB.com and Phillies.com that he's grinding through elbow and wrist irritation. He's hopeful that, he can get back to his form by October and start hitting with a little bit more power. But are you concerned about Bryce Harper being a little banged up heading into the stretch run?
Well, I mean, I mean, you always heard about your big boy being banged up a little bit, but that's the nature of the beast. There's a lot of things you really don't know what's going on. People don't know what's going on until, he might say something or something like that. And he finally said something a little bit about it. But he's been dealing with this stuff for a little while. And now you look back at it, hey man, you start getting playing banged up, it's tough. But he still holds his head above water and doing things. Is he hitting with the power? No. We're hoping that he's gradually getting better, but he's still hitting them for average. This week he hit, 375. I'll take that. And he's finding a way to get on base and do some things and contribute, So, and hopefully somebody else can pick up the slack. And that's what the word team means. It's not just Bryce Harper.
There's no I in team, Tommy.
Yes, exactly.
Every Sunday we go on the mound with former Phillies pitcher Tommy Greene, sponsored by Blitz's Market. Tommy, are you concerned about Kyle Schwarber? The guy, he hit 214 in the month of August, and in his last 15 games, he's 8 for 59 with no home runs. He's like, but hitting's contagious, right? Among these guys.
Well, hey, we know we've seen how he's rolled in the past, and he's a streaky guy. And overall, this year he's had a lot better year than people thought he was going to have. I think, as far as hitting wise, he's hit for a better average and going using the whole field a lot better. As he hit the home runs that we're accustomed to? No, but hey, this is the last month of the season. He could hit 15. You know how he goes. Yeah. He could get hot and get going, and that's just the way it is. Am I concerned about it? No, he finds some way to do. He does some things. He'll walk and do different things and get on base. So he's just a streaky type guy. We knew that when we got him.
Hey, Tommy, tonight the Phillies, Aaron Nola's on the hill for the Phillies. It's a nationally televised game. Do players, obviously, when they play on nationally televised games, they're more aware of it, but it's not like they try harder, but they're aware of it, right? That they're going on national, all eyes will be on them tonight.
No, not really. We play on TV every night, so.
Yeah, but you're on national television.
We don't get caught up. No. You make it to the big leagues, and that's one of the things. You don't get in all of the situation around you. We pitch from 60 foot 6 inches, and our game is played from that distance. We don't play the game out in the stadium with the fans. We get involved in all the hoopla and stuff like that. You have to narrow down your focus and take care of the task at hand and let everybody else have a good time up in the stands. If we do our job, they're going to celebrate. So that's what it's about. So
we need to take 3 out of 4 for the Braves for me to feel good. We got to win the game tonight.
I know how you roll. You ain't happy unless they're winning all of them.
I want 162-0. That's what I want.
They're going to take 3 out of 4, and Billy's still going to complain about somebody being streaky in the lineup. One of the pitchers not looking great.
I don't know.
They only hit some home runs.
You know what? Yeah. You know what would make me happy?
You know what? Radio, man.
Tommy, you know what would make you seriously? You know what would make me happy? If Schwarber could just get one hit, a double, knock in 1 run, play small ball. It's like feast or famine with these guys.
Hey, Stevie, you'd be playing, Billy.
Right. Exactly.
Exactly. Yeah.
You succeed 30% of the time, and it's elite in baseball, so it's a hard sport.
Sending positive vibes to our players, and having their back and support, is a good thing sometimes. You know, it's all right to get on them, you know, if they're not hustling and doing the things, you know, and we want them to do better, you got to let them know. But as long as they're playing the game the right way, Philly fans, that's the way Philly fans are.
So should Taijuan Walker get a standing ovation?
Positive vibes, you know. I mean, but when you every time you go out there, you lose. It's, you know, something's got to happen.
Hey,
you know?
Tommy, should we give Taijuan Walker a standing ovation?
Well, I'm not saying you get him a standing ovation. You let him know. You know, that's what they do. And you know, Topper said, I mean, and what's the thing about it? We've all struggled and went through things, and you know, and especially guys with injuries. I've been through with that. I mean, you know, you people feel so sorry for you because they see the work you put in trying to be a better player, and it's just not happening. You know, they feel bad for the person. You know, we as fans, we feel bad for the athlete that's playing what we see playing. The guys in the clubhouse got their vested family. They're like family to the guys. You know, they don't want to see the guy struggle. You know, so I mean, it's a different type thing. You got to understand that a little bit. You know, I see you from both sides.
I know you do because you're a former player. Anyway, Tommy, we got to run. As always, we appreciate you, and you get me off that panic button. I appreciate it.
I don't know about that, Billy.
We'll talk to you next week. All right.
All right, pal.
All right, there he is. On the Mound with former Phillies pitcher Tommy Greene is sponsored by Blitz's Market in Ocean City, located at 21st and Asbury Avenue. Try their famous breakfast sandwiches, gourmet burgers, hoagies, vegetarian options. Online ordering is available. That's blitzesmarkets.com, or give them a call at 609-399-9983. Start your day off with Blitz's freshly squeezed orange juice. Mention the locker room. We get $1 off their 12 ounces of liquid sunshine. That's what I need today, fellas.
Yeah, that'll
squeeze orange juice.
That'll help juice you up for sure.
All right. The first hour of the locker room is powered by Surety Title. Surety provides comprehensive title insurance protection and professional settlement services for home buyers and sellers, real estate agents, brokers, lenders, home builders, developers, and attorneys to facilitate your real estate purchases. From the shortest center city and every place in between, Surety Title is there for you with 15 office locations in New Jersey and PA. That's Surety Title. For more information, call my good friend Ron Conklin at 856-988-8900 or give Chris Mooney a call in the Ocean City office, 609-399-1227. Now, just about everybody in our area has heard about the Jersey Man and Philly Man magazine that is run by ex-Philadelphia tight end Ken Dunnick. But were you aware of the private business network they call the Legacy Club? Every month, they hold private events at upscale locations in Philadelphia and South Jersey that attract over 200 top business people. If you have an interest in attending one of these events and see it's a fit for your business, send an email to ken@jerseymanmagazine.com or give them a call at 856-912-4007 for more information. All right, when we return, we'll wrap up hour number one. You're listening to The Locker Room with Billy Schweitman, my locker room, a youth movement. Producer Danny Ryan, the intern Andrew Leeds, right here on 97.3 ESPN.
This is South Jersey's official home for Philadelphia Eagles football. The Eagles open the 2024 season this Friday night in Green Bay Packers.
Got him! Jalen Carter.
Listen to all the action with Merrill Reese and Mike Quick with pregame coverage starting at 7 p.m. and kickoff at 8:50. This is the play-by-play home of the Philadelphia Eagles, 97.3 ESPN, South Jersey's Eagles station.
Finding an electrician that is dependable, prompt, and experienced is important. Tom Jackson & Sons Electrical Service is just that. Service in Atlantic and Cape May counties for 40 years, Tom Jackson & Sons Electrical Services specializes in both commercial and residential work and provides 24-hour emergency services. No job too big and no job too small. Call Tom Jackson & Sons Electrical Services. They do it all. Call for a free estimate, 609-399-1999.
Call Tom Jackson. They're number one.
Hi, I'm Steve Coates. When I dine out, I go to La Barca Restaurant, located at 301 Summers Point, Longport Boulevard, Longport, New Jersey. Set in the Seaview Marina with panoramic views of the open bay and marina, La Barca offers a wide range of dining options from fresh seafood, gnocchi menu, Italian, steak, chicken, and inspired entrees. When I have company at the shore, we go to La Barca for great food, impeccable service, and amazing views. Call La Barca now for reservations, 609-541-4007. Maybe I'll see you there.
Downy Rinse and Refresh. Break up with stinky clothes.
Rinse it out.
Every now and then I get a little bit tired of the stinks that just will never come out.
Oh, Downy in the rinse straight.
Every now and then I rinse it out. One wash and it delivers wash, it smells so clean. Downy Rinse and Refresh, it's a dream.
Downy Rinse and Refresh removes 100% of odor in just one wash. Guaranteed.
Now your ideas don't have to wait. Now they have everything they need to come to life. Dell Technologies and Intel are creating technology that loves ideas, loves expanding your business, evolving your passions. We push what technology can do, so great ideas can happen right now. Find out how to bring your ideas to life at Dell.com. Welcome to Now.
It's common knowledge that after age 30, our metabolism changes. We have less energy and gain weight easier. There's a way to feel better, not in years or months, but sometimes in just days.
I'm Chuck Norris. I tried everything. Working with a team of health experts, we came up with Morning Kick. Morning Kick is a revolutionary new formula that combines all my favorite supplements into one daily drink.
Morning Kick has probiotics to help you lose weight, prebiotics for digestion, superfoods for muscles and joints, and powerful anti-aging supplements. It'll help you feel youthful, energized, and helps manage stress.
I look and feel better than I have in years.
Go to roundhouseprovisions.com, use code SUPPORT or text SUPPORT to 511-511 and claim 40% off. Roundhouseprovisions.com, code SUPPORT.
Every purchase comes with our 90-day money-back guarantee. You could be feeling these changes within just a couple of days.
Text SUPPORT to 511-511.
These statements have not been evaluated by the FDA. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease. Tax fees may apply.
You're listening to The Locker Room with Billy Schwein, 97.3 ESPN, and the free mobile app.
All right, we're back broadcasting live at the Toms River Auto Group studio right here in Northfield. Billy Swine, producer, my youth movement, Locker Room Youth Movement, producer Dan Ryan, intern Andrew Leeds. Have you guys in here today? By the way, I want to remind people that Brian Prop cordially invites you to a night of great food, cigars, and of course, unbelievable memories with one of the Flyers' greatest players, Brian Prop, and other sports celebrities, and his best in Humidor cigars, benefiting the University of Pennsylvania Stroke Center at Moda Mio on September 17th at 6:30 p.m. Get down there. They're located in Seattle City. They have a full menu going for you. It's a great night. I've been down there for one of those events, and you got to get more information. You got to go email Frauch. It's FRAUCH 721 at gmail.com. FRAUCH 721 at gmail.com for a night with Brian Prop at Moto Mio. They have great food over there in Seattle City, benefiting the Pennsylvania Stroke Center. Also, we will be broadcasting live from La Scala's Beach House in Brigantine for 7 weeks, 7 games. We're going to do all the 1 o'clock games, and we're going to throw a Dallas Cowboys 425 game in there. So we're going to have giveaway items throughout those 7 broadcasts. We're going to have a couple of former players join us, and I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, those are going to be awesome. They're going to be great times. I mean, La Scala's perfect location for a pregame.
The vibe there is sensational. Listen, here's the dates: September 22nd, September 29th against the Bucks, October 13th, October 20th, November 10th, December 8th, and December 15th. They will be the dates that we will be at La Scala's, fellas.
And you're sticking me back here in the studio.
You might be on the road with us.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, because Josh has got a couple engagements that he's going to have watch parties.
Okay.
And he'll announce that on his show.
Or you going to have some locker room youth movements at La Scala's?
Yeah, you're going to be out there. Absolutely. You didn't show up
the Super Bowl.
The Super Bowl.
That was a great time. I wasn't on the air, but I was off to the side. I gave my prediction. It was a great time.
Yeah, we had a good time, and I'm looking forward to that at La Scala's, man.
Yeah, I mean, even if I'm not on the air every week, I'll still come to La Scala's. It's an awesome spot.
Leeds, you got a special you got a special spot with me, Leeds. The intern Andrew Leeds. He's got a special spot for me. But all right, so are you 100% like? You think the Phillies will win tonight?
I'm not 100% back on them. I think they could win tonight. Yeah, I mean, you got Schwellenbach versus who's going tonight? Is it Nola?
Nola.
Yeah.
I mean, I like our chances. They did get carded by Schwellenbach last time, so
how about?
That
am I asking for too much? Am I asking for too much if the Phillies could just like Schwarber go 1 for 4 or 1 for 3 with a walk and not get a run?
But he walks a lot, Billy.
All right, Harper. Let's have Harper maybe 2 hits tonight. I don't need bombs. Just give me some manufactured
Yeah, and he was
runs.
cold last night, but the night before he was 3 for 4 with, I believe, 3 doubles.
no, this team, like I text Nikki on the X platform, I got a roller coaster. Mm-hmm. It's like you're on the gale force in Playland.
Yeah, that's every single sport you follow, though. Every team that you like is a roller coaster.
How about Eagles? They were 10-1.
Yeah, but it was a roller coaster. We talked about it.
The games itself were roller coaster.
Kind of a fraudulent 10-1, and
ugly
then
wins. Yeah.
Second half of the season was awful. Well, it seems like you have somebody on your side here, Billy. As Dan and EHT chimes in on the text board and says,
Dan's smart. He's one of our smarter texters.
Loyal listener. He says, I test. Well, yeah, he's smart because he's probably agreeing with you half the time. Eye test is the Phillies aren't good enough. The lineup at times is just pathetic. Last year in the NLCS, the lineup went freezing cold, and in the World Series in 2022, they got no hit. Come on.
See, I mean, he's not far off. I mean, you know what I mean?
At the same time, though, I mean, this is a team where to start off the season, we were doing nothing but singing their praises. And I know it hasn't been looking as good recently, but again, they're still winning.
Andrew, you're right. Remember when I used to get how excited I get every single night? I couldn't wait for the game to come on. I'm still like that.
Exactly.
It's just that by the third inning, I can see the handwriting on the wall.
I get they're not the same team that they were at that time, and there's reason to be concerned about that. But there's nothing saying that they can't become that team come October time, once again. And right now, they're on the right track. I mean, you can't do much more than win the series that you're playing. That's all they're doing right now.
On the other side, Eagles start on Friday, guys. So we're going to have Scott Grayson from Fox 29 News. He's going to give us the keys to the game. Brought to you by Blitz's Market in Ocean City.
He's not going to be in Brazil, is he?
No, he's not going to be in Brazil. So we'll have Scott Grayson from Fox 29 News. And then at the bottom of the hour, the fantasy football guru Brian Hartley is back with us for another year. And, of course, he does a really great job. Sponsored by and brought to you by Charlie's Bar and Restaurant and Summers Point. By the way, I was there yesterday. I had their salad wedge with chicken to die for.
Get me hungry over
Oh,
here.
my God. They're celebrating 80 years. So we'll get into it with Brian. We'll have all that for you.
No small feat right there.
Eagles talk and more on the other side. It's the Locker Room with Billy Schweim and my Locker Room Youth Movement. Producer Danny Ryan, the intern Andrew Leeds right here on 97.3 ESPN and the 97.3 ESPN mobile app.
97.3 ESPN has teamed up with Seize the Deal for incredible weekly offers from some fantastic local restaurants. Here's this week's big deal.
Get a $50 gift card, good for use, at Doyle's Poorhouse in Tuckerton for just $25.
This great deal is on sale now at seizethedeal.com. Hurry, chances are this deal will sell quickly. For more info on this great deal, go to seizethedeal.com.
SeizeTheDeal.com.
Mom, meet Sarah.
From first time Nana moments.
Yeah, welcome to Flight 101.
To annual girls trip moments. Your can't miss moments are worth protecting against RSV. If you're 75 or older or 60 plus with a chronic condition like asthma, COPD, heart disease, or severe diabetes, you're at higher risk of landing in the hospital from RSV. And there are no prescription RSV treatments. Check eligibility and schedule your RSV vaccine at vaxassist.com.
So where should we go next?
Sponsored by Pfizer.
With Labor Day savings at the Home Depot, you can upgrade your home with up to $1,500 off select appliances from top brands like Whirlpool. Enhance your kitchen with quality and convenience from Whirlpool, like the freestanding electric range with built-in air fryer and the tall tub dishwasher with third rack, all available at the Home Depot. Right now, shop Labor Day savings up to $1,500 off select appliances at the Home Depot. How doers get more done. Pricing valid August 22nd through September 11th. U.S. only. See store online for details.
Texting privacy policy and terms and conditions posted at textplan.us. Texting enrolls for recurring automated text marketing messages. Message and data rates may apply. Reply stop, opt out.
If you're using Viagra or Cialis or have thought about using them, listen up. Zeldy is introducing Zeldy Hardy's, new 2-in-1 dissolving tablets that get you ready for action in 15 minutes and keep you ready for up to 48 hours. They contain sildenafil and tadalafil, the active ingredients in Viagra and Cialis, but cost 90% less than those brand names. You heard me right. Using both active ingredients and this quick dissolving mechanism allows sildenafil to work in around 15 minutes, and the tadalafil keeps you ready for up to 48 hours. It's powerful results that cost around 90% less. Text tablet to 200-300 to get started. With Zelty, enjoy fast, free, discreet shipping without the hassle of any awkward, time-wasting visits to the doctor's office. We make access as seamless as possible so you can focus on your life and your love life. Get your free medical review and Zelty Hardy's, a new way to treat ED, today. Text tablet to 200-300 now. Don't wait. Text tablet to 200-300 right away. Text tablet to 200-300 1-800-300.
It's common knowledge that after age 30, our metabolism changes. We have less energy and gain weight easier. There's a way to feel better, not in years or months, but sometimes in just days.
I'm Chuck Norris. I tried everything. Working with a team of health experts, we came up with Morning Kick. Morning Kick is a revolutionary new formula that combines all my favorite supplements into one daily drink.
Morning Kick has probiotics to help you lose weight, prebiotics for digestion, superfoods for muscles and joints, and powerful anti-aging supplements. It'll help you feel youthful, energized, and helps manage stress.
I look and feel better than I have in years.
Go to roundhouseprovisions.com, use code SUPPORT, or text SUPPORT to 511-511 and claim 40% off. roundhouseprovisions.com, code SUPPORT.
Every purchase comes with our 90-day money-back guarantee. You could be feeling these changes within just a couple of days.
Text SUPPORT to 511-511.
These statements have not been evaluated by the FDA. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease. Tax fees may apply.
Don't miss the Atlantic City in Waterboat Show. 4 days only, September 5th to the 8th at the Golden Nugget Marina. Enjoy live entertainment and outdoor dining. Buy advanced discount tickets at acinwaterboatshow.com.
Home of the Philadelphia Eagles.
They got him again!
Sixers.
Bang! It's good! Ball game!
And Flyers.
Tipped in front of the net!
97.3 ESPN. WENJ. WENJ HD. Millville, Atlantic City. A Town Square media station serving all of South Jersey.
Red 83!
Welcome to the locker room.
Vince Papali, welcome to the locker room.
I can smell it already, Philly. What's happening, buddy?
Von Hayes, welcome to the locker room with Billy Schwein.
Yeah, hey, Billy, how you doing out there?
Rich Gannon, welcome to the locker room, Rich.
Thanks, guys. It's great to be with you.
Great Bob McElwee, NFL referee.
Hey, Bill, how you doing?
Craig Berube. Craig, welcome to the locker room.
All right, thanks, Billy.
We have the real Pat Croce in the locker room.
Let me off the bench, Coach.
And now here's your host, Billy Schwein.
All right, we're back broadcasting live from the Toms River Auto Group studio right here in Northfield. Billy Schwein and my locker room youth movement, producer Danny Ryan, intern Andrew Leeds. And it's Eagles season, and we'll be talking from starting now. We'll have Scott Grayson from Fox 29 News. And now it's time for Keys to the Game with Fox 29 News sports anchor Scott Grayson, sponsored by Blitz's Market of Ocean City, located at 21st and Asbury Avenue. Try their famous breakfast sandwiches, hoagies, gourmet burgers, vegetarian options. Online ordering is available at blitzesmarkets.com or give them a call at 609-399-9983. Start your day off with Blitz's freshly squeezed orange juice. Mention the locker room and get $1 off their 12 ounces of liquid sunshine. That's Blitz's Markets. Let's go to the Toms River Volkswagen Sports Hotline and welcome into the locker room our good buddy, Scott Grayson. Good morning, Scott.
Good morning, Billy. How are you?
Last time I saw you was at Radio Row for the Super Bowl out in Vegas with Mike Gill. It's been a while, but yeah, man, that was fun. We had a good time out there.
Yeah, we sure did. It was a good time. That was a great memory, too. Yeah, good trip.
Yeah, it's amazing. Football's here, Scott. I mean, it seems like I just talked to you a week ago. It's unbelievable. The Eagles season's here. It's upon us, and they're opening up in Brazil. What do you think of that?
You know, at first I was kind of like, this will be interesting because it puts the Eagles on an international stage, right? But the more that time has passed and the more you hear about the whole Brazil thing, I'm not a fan. I just don't understand why the NFL decided Brazil. Why now? You seem to be doing well over in Europe. You could expand your Europe markets, which they are tending to do.
Spain next year, I think.
Sure, yeah. And I mean, Brazil, and then there's, as we've learned, you know, there's a real safety issue. I mean, you got players talking about they've been warned, and they, you know, AJ Brown's, I think I'm just going to stay in my room, like I'm down there to play a football game. So even the players are taking this seriously, and that, you know, as I thought about going down there to cover the game, or you know, even at Fox 29, like safety was a big deal, and it was just smarter, it seems, to just say, we'll be able to cover it, watch it, and do what we need to do from here for this one game, rather than take the risk. So I don't think the players are wild about a 9-hour flight. I'm curious. Like, to me, that's an impact on both teams. This is not just a trip to Europe, which is, say, 6 hours. This is a good 9-hour plus flight, as well as getting. I looked at the travel schedule. I was curious about that. The Eagles are leaving on Wednesday. I thought they'd leave a little earlier in the week, frankly, just to get more acclimated with their surroundings. And
but Scott, we had Kristen Morby on from NBC Sports yesterday, and so they're only an hour ahead of us, so the time change is not messing them up.
No, it's not much, but it's still just after getting off of a plane like that for that long. If I'm the Eagles, I want my guys to be stretched. I mean, we're not young spring chickens like some of these guys. So we get off a plane, even out to Vegas.
What do you mean? I get out of my car, Scott. I can't.
These guys too. I just want them. I would want them to be a couple of days free from the flight, and ready to play the first game of the year. This is a tone setter, and it's against a good team, and it should be a good game, I think.
All right. Last year, the Eagles finished 11-6. Of course, got blown out in their one and only playoff game against Tampa Bay. Scott, remember last year, the last maybe 8-9 games. They won 4 or 5 games from like game 5, 6, 7, 8, or maybe 6, 7, 8, 9. They won games ugly, and we all were saying, "Oh, a win's a win in the NFL," and it's a win, and this, that. They won ugly, and it didn't taste good. It didn't look good, and so I'm worried about this team. I was saying to Nick Earnshaw yesterday on the program that if you look at this offensive line, I don't know, like they couldn't pick up the blitz last year. So what's going to be different? Mackay back in?
One of those. There's two. I think there's two schools of groups of people, if you will, of fans. For me, there's the fan base that's like you, Billy, that says, I hate what I saw at the end of last year. I haven't forgotten it. It's still bothering me. And like things like you mentioned, they couldn't pick up the blitz, all that. Well, I'm kind of a different school of thought, which is this is a new season. Sure. Does last year still linger for these guys? Yeah, but I'm putting a lot of my eggs in the basket of these new coordinators matter, and scheme matters, because it was scheme that led to these guys not protecting, not recognizing. It was, frankly, I felt it was poor coaching. Now, I could be wrong, but as we watched that season implode, and as we heard and saw these guys start really doubting what they were seeing, what they were being prepared for, it really made me question, were they prepared well? I don't believe they were. I feel like they have a lot better scheme on both sides of the ball with these two new coordinators. And I'm just frankly excited to finally see it in action on Friday. And we'll learn. We will know, Billy, probably after about 3 games, whether these guys can pick up the blitz, which I think
because Scott, that other defenses, they know what they saw last year. They're not stupid. They're going to come at them. They're going to throw the kitchen sink at them.
No, but here's the thing. Here's the difference. Again, it's all about how you're coached up to, and how you're prepared, right? It's all about these guys are professional athletes.
Right.
Like they can kind of see things. Well, how prepared are you? How coached up are you to deal with what you see? And if you have paid attention during training camp, Vic Fangio has thrown a lot of blitzes at this offense throughout the practices and, in the different controlled things that they've done, because I think they knew they needed to be ready for that. That's where the Eagles clearly believe opposing defensive coordinators are going to try to attack them with the blitz. And with that, we know that Jalen Hurts, did not throw a pick till the last day of camp.
Yeah.
So they handled the blitz, granted in a controlled situation where, if you're the quarterback, you're not going to get hit.
All right.
So what will happen with live bullets? What will happen when it really matters in the game? We're going to find out. But I think that the Eagles are again, they're coached up for it. I feel like the players were saying that they were getting tested in every way possible creatively from Vic Fangio. And I believe they're going to be better coached up and better prepared to handle those things so that this offense can move down the field the way that it really should with all the weapons it has.
All right, every Sunday throughout the football season, we get Scott Grayson from Fox 29 News with the keys to the game. Scott, have you been down to the practices for the preseason?
I have not been able to catch any of them this year. I'm literally watching and seeing what comes out, reading the transcripts from the players, listening to the interviews. And so that's how I've gotten I've talked to people who've been at the practices and at the camps and asked questions of them of what they've seen. Everything sounds positive. And so I'm going into this season very optimistic.
I got we broke down the schedule like we do every year. Everybody does it. I have them going 11-6, but it wasn't a confident 11-6 because of, like you said, the bad taste in my mouth. All right, let's look at the defensive side of the ball. They look like they ran out of gas. The young guys, Jalen Carter, Jordan Davis, they look like they were not physically there at the end of the year. Some big changes on defense. What do you see from them? By the way, let me just say this: they finished 26 in total defense last year, and there were 31 against the pass. So, what do you think, Scott?
Yeah. We had to watch it. We know those numbers jive with what our eyes told us, right? Yeah, it was bad. And so, you mentioned Jalen Carter and Jordan Davis.
Right.
To me, those are the two biggest guys on this defense, because if they do what they should do, this defense will have a lot of success. If they aren't able to do what they should do, I think it's just a domino effect either way, right? If they're able to get pressure, if Jalen Carter is the force he's supposed to be, and I expect he could see double teams right off the bat, that it means Jordan Davis has got to perform. He has got to win his one-on-one battles, as well as the guys on the ends. We need to see, Sweat. We need to see Bryce Huff. I need to see these guys winning their battles early on, because if they do that, that will allow Jalen Carter to ultimately maybe not get double teamed on some plays. Or, I think there's a lot that dominoes effect for those guys. If they can't get pressure, we've seen what happens, Now, I think this secondary is improved. I think it is better. I love C.J. Gardner-Johnson being back.
He gives him that, he gives him that edge.
He gives them that edge. You're right. He gives them that attitude.
Yeah.
The guy loves to talk. He will be out there, letting everyone know on the other team that he's there. And I think Slay feeds off that. I think he loves that kind of stuff. And then you've got the young corners who, frankly, through the first part of this season have to grow up a lot. And we'll see how far they grow up in that time. I don't still know what to think about the linebackers. And they're going to be an important part of this as well. But I really think everything starts with Jalen Carter and Jordan Davis up the middle. And if those guys can win some battles, we're going to see some things happen on defense. The other thing, Billy, if you remember last year, it just seemed like they didn't know how to force a turnover. Never happened. So a big thing for me this year that I need to see as well is I need to see some turnovers. I need to see you give the offense a short field every now and then, and really frustrate the other defense. And those are things I'm looking for. And I'll be curious to see what Vic throws at Jordan Love here. Again, he's still a young quarterback. Granted, he had a good successful season last year. But I'll be curious to see what Vic dials up to throw at Jordan Love in this first game.
All right, so what are your keys to the game? For Friday, we have you a week early because of the Friday start. What are your 3 keys to the game?
Yeah, when I look at this, Billy, I think the first thing is, it's you got to win the turnover battle. Okay. I just talked about how important it is for the defense, and it's equally as important for the offense not to hamper your defense. Outside of that, I look for the formula like they had in 2 years ago when they went to the Super Bowl. What were they doing well then? They went up early on teams, and they forced them to become one-dimensional, which made things easier on your defense. Okay. You have so many weapons on this offense. I need this. The big key for me in this game, week 1, start fast offensively. Get an early lead. And if you do that, I think the intimidation that comes from knowing what kind of weapons this Eagles team has and seeing what they're going to do with Saquon Barkley, as well as A.J. Brown, as well as Devontae Smith, Dallas Goedert, and
now Jahan Dotson. Jahan Dotson.
I was just going to say Jahan Dotson as well. That's why they got to start fast, because I think you're going to put this Green Bay defense on their heels in a big way. And so my third key then is just, limit the penalties. This first game usually can be pretty ugly when your starters, especially like the Eagles, have not played live snaps in a game. They just got to limit the penalties, because that's how you do damage to yourself. You take yourself out of 3rd and 5, becomes 3rd and 10, right? Yeah. You start instead of 1st and 10, now you're 1st and 20 because of holding. These are all things they've got to avoid doing. And I think if they do those 3 things, I think they'll win this game.
All right, Scott Grayson, we look forward to talking to you each and every Sunday throughout the football season. Let's go, Birds, and we'll see you next week.
Yeah, it feels like football season now.
It's here now. All right, there he is, Scott Grayson. Get the keys to the game with Scott Grayson from Fox 29 News, sponsored by Blitz's Market of Ocean City, located at 21st and Asbury Avenue. Try their famous breakfast sandwiches, hoagies, gourmet burgers, and their vegetarian options. Online ordering is available at blitzesmarkets.com, or give them a call at 609-399-9983. Start your day off with Blitz's freshly squeezed orange juice. Mention the locker room and get $1 off their 12 ounces of liquid sunshine. That's Blitz's Markets. All right, Scott Grayson, thank you so much. We'll talk to you next week.
All right, you got it, Billy.
All right, there he is, Scott Grayson on the Tom's River Volkswagen Sports Hotline. All right, for over 83 years, the Circle Liquor Store has offered the best selection of beer, wine, and spirits in South Jersey. It's a stone's throw away from Ocean City. It's a landmark. With a friendly staff, it's no wonder why Circle Liquors was named Best of Philly, Best of Atlantic City, with the most competitive prices around. The Circle Liquor Store is now proud sponsor of the second hour of the locker room with Billy Schweim. Throwing a party, preparing for the big game. Let Chet and his staff make sure you have everything you need. Check out the website at circleliquors.com or give them a call at 609-927-2921. That's the Circle Liquor Store in Summers Point. They deliver. I want to tell you about McCann Appraiser. For all your real estate appraisal needs, call John A. McCann and Associates, 609-263-7422. Whether commercial or residential properties, for estate tax or financial planning, divorce or financing, and more, call the professionals at John A. McCann and Associates. They're licensed and ready to assist you right now. Call 609-263-7422. All right, when we return, we'll continue with more here, more Eagles talk in the locker room with Billy Schweim and my locker room youth movement. Producer Danny Ryan, the intern, and Andrew Leeds right here on 97.3 ESPN.
Wake up weekday mornings from 6 to 10 a.m. with Unsportsmanlike on 97.3 ESPN with Evan Cohen, Super Bowl champion Chris Canty, and Michelle Small.
Can't wake up without it.
Brought to you by the Gallery Bar Book and Games at Ocean Casino Resort in Atlantic City.
Ocean City's real estate market is red hot. You need an agent that has the knowledge and expertise to help. Contact Ocean City's top agent, Mark Grimes. Mark has been selling real estate for 30 years in South Jersey. He can answer all your real estate questions and find you the perfect property. He's available anytime on his cell at 609-425-2042. When Philadelphia star athletes are looking for a house at the beach, they contact Mark Grimes, specializing in buying and selling vacation homes, single-family homes, condominiums, and duplexes, residential and commercial, as well as new construction projects or investment opportunities. Mark Grimes, he's your agent at the beach. Give him a call right now, 609-425-2042, or check out his website at grimes.com.
How would you like to go to the 2025 Masters Golf Tournament? Go to ticksforgood.org to find out how you can win the grand prize of 2 weekend passes to the 2025 Masters, as well as plenty of other awesome prizes like Masters hats, t-shirts, and foursomes to your favorite South Jersey golf courses. Go to ticksforgood.org to learn how you can win these prizes. This sweepstakes is brought to us by our friends at Shane Orthopedics and the David Scales State Farm team.
Do you want to get in shape and feel great and look better on the beach? At Local Gym and Fitness, located at 908 Asbury Avenue, you can accomplish your goal. 4 local guys with a passion and experience in fitness wanted to open a gym that delivers a quality, hospitable, clean, and fresh environment. Don't be intimidated. Be a local. Local Gym has the best equipment and CrossFit platforms, Jacob's ladders, Stairmasters, bikes, and ergs. Local Gym and Fitness provides quality trainers to lend their expertise with all your training needs. They're open 7 days a week. Memberships are affordable, so be a local at Local Gym and Fitness. Call them today at 609-545-8732 or go online at localgymandfitness.com. I'll see you there.
Tommy! I can't wait for golf this weekend, huh, buddy? Time flies. Love you, man. Oh, don't forget your knee brace again. We aren't in college anymore.
Moments together matter, so help protect yourself from RSV. If you're 75 or older or 60 plus with a chronic condition like asthma, COPD, heart disease, or severe diabetes, you're at higher risk of landing in the hospital from RSV, and there are no prescription RSV treatments. Check eligibility and schedule your RSV vaccine at vaxassist.com. Sponsored by Pfizer.
Trust Jenkins Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning, where one call does it all. For leaks, stop
stoppages and renovations. For 75 years, Jenkins trained technicians have been providing reputable service to local homeowners. Renovating your kitchen or bath? Call Jenkins for new heating and air installation, service and maintenance, ductless air conditioning systems, water heaters, boilers, oil service, plumbing and drain cleaning services, water line or sewer main repairs and replacements. Call 609-641-6262 or visit jenkinsandsons.com.
Downy Rinse and Refresh. Break up with stinky clothes.
Rinse it out.
Every now and then I get a little bit tired of the stings that just will never come out.
Oh, Downy in the rinse change.
Every now and then I rinse it out. One wash and it delivers. One wash, it smells so clean. Downy Rinse and Refresh, it's a dream.
Downy Rinse and Refresh removes 100% of odor in just one wash. Guaranteed.
You're listening to The Locker Room with on 97.3 ESPN and the free mobile app.
All right, we're back broadcasting live at the Tom's River Auto Group studio right here in Northfield. Billy Schwein and my Locker Room youth movement producer Dan Ryan, the intern Andrew Leeds with me today. Get the guys back and a little Eagles football there, Andrew. You heard from Scott Grayson, the keys to the game. He's pretty accurate with what he says.
Yeah,
but you know. He said there's two kind of fans. I'm not one fan. Maybe I'm being a little pessimistic, man, but they left a sour taste in my mouth last year. And we don't know what they've done because they've been all bubble wrapped for the season. We don't have good practice. We're not going to know anything until after the Packers game, obviously. And maybe for not another 3 games after that.
Yeah, I mean, it's hard to blame you with just how big of a collapse it was last season. I mean, I think a lot of fans are in that camp of being a little, I would say, like, cautiously optimistic, but there are a lot of guys who are, definitely are pessimistic after last season. I do have hopes. I mean, but again, we haven't seen them play at all in the preseason, so it's going to be,
Danny, they were 31st in the league against the pass, and they were the 30th ranked team total defense.
Yeah, the defense has a lot of question marks. I think if you talk to any Eagles fan or any, analyst, reporter, media member, they're all going to say, listen, this offense is poised to be electric, be explosive, and be the best part of this team. But, the defense definitely could be talented. It's just a question of, will they be talented? Will guys that need to break out and step up, like Nolan Smith, Jordan Davis, some of the young cornerbacks in Quinyon Mitchell, Cooper DeJean, will they all step up?
Are you
and
expecting
make this
anything from
defense
those
good?
guys, those rooks? I mean,
the defensive backs?
Yeah.
I honestly am.
Rooks.
Quinyon Mitchell, I'm expecting, I'm not going to say a lot from because he's still a rookie, but I expect him to look quite polished for a rookie. I mean, there's a reason they took him as high as they did.
He's going to start as the nickelback, correct?
Yeah. Okay. So I have a lot of confidence in him. DeJean, I'm more uncertain about. I mean, he missed a lot of training camp, came back for the final 2 weeks and didn't play till the final preseason game, and he didn't look that great. I'm really not necessarily because I don't think he's talented. I'm just kind of confused on how they're going to use him. Are they, he played safety in college.
Well,
he was a returner in college.
I know. These games are one up front, right? The big boys.
They are.
These games are one
in
up
the trenches.
front. Offensive line and defensive line. That's where they win these games.
Well, a lot of people are doubting how Mekhi Becton and Cam Jurgens are going to be.
I'm glad you said that because yesterday on the program, I was doubting Thomas. Now, tell me I'm wrong because the guy's never played guard before.
Who are you doubting?
Mekhi Becton.
Oh, you said Thomas.
What did I say?
Doubting Thomas.
Oh, no, I'm a doubt. That's a figure of speech.
I've never heard that before.
I've honestly
never
heard
that either, you guys?
0 for 2 today, Billy.
Move it again.
Schweiner, you say the wrong name an awful lot.
No, I know. But you never heard of doubting Thomas?
No, I have not. But I mean, he's a big boy. I mean, he's 6'7", but he's never really played guard like that before.
Is that Mr. Ed's cousin?
You guys gonna make me start laughing.
You need some R&R, Billy. You need some R&R immediately.
I'm fading real quick, guys. But no, I mean, I'm a doubting Thomas because he's never played guard. He's playing out of his position. He's 6'6". I mean, can guards move that? At 6'6", can he move quick enough?
Yeah, he's very big for a guard. He's kind of a first-round pick. Not kind of. He is a first-round pick, but he's disappointed. And, Jurgens as well. He played center in college, but he's never played center in the NFL, and he's got some big shoes to fill. Jalen Hurts spoke this week on a different radio station, essentially saying that he's eager to learn and eager to really be the commander when identifying blitzes, because he said that Kelsey...
I was going to say, didn't he kind of throw Kelsey under the bus?
He deferred to Kelsey, the past few years and said that he didn't have the chance to really learn and identify that stuff because he just deferred to Kelsey before. And, again, this guy knows what he's saying. I'm not sure exactly why he said that, why he can't get out of his own way with these comments.
I know.
But, we'll see what Jurgens and Becton can do. I have more confidence in Jurgens than I do Becton. I think that's going to be kind of, Yeah, that might be a week-to-week thing. If Becton looks awful one game, you might see Tyler Steen in there at guard the next game.
They don't have a back.
They might
on
platoon
the
him.
depth chart, they don't have a backup center listed.
Yeah, they don't. They cut the what was the
Yeah.
6th round pick they drafted?
Right. So I mean, like he goes down. What are we doing?
Yeah, it's going to be interesting. I mean, like you said, games are won up front. And, I mean, we still do have, obviously, our tackles, Mailata and Johnson are the best in the entire league,
Right,
among the best.
But even they had problems last year with the blitz.
Yeah, they did have their issues. So hopefully, this year, I think it's going to be a little bit, obviously, like a rough learning patch of not having Kelsey and Juergens. I don't think it's going to be the best offensive line in the league this year.
What do you have him going, Andrew? What do you have him going? What was your prediction?
My record. I don't think you've asked me yet.
I'll ask you now.
I'd have to look at the games again just to make sure. I have them. I think they can win at least 11 games.
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure is what I'm at.
Exactly what I have. 11-6.
I think 11 is like my minimum, but also like what I would not be surprised at. Like if they go below 10, especially, I don't know what happened. Like that's a very disappointing season.
I think with the talent level that they have, despite the fact that there's a lot of question marks, I still think because the NFC East isn't that it is not.
Jaden Daniels is a rookie. Washington's not quite there yet. The Giants are the Giants. I mean, Daniel Jones is still making all that money, and we took their best player.
What do you say, Danny?
I'm gonna say, I think the best they'll be is like a 12-5 team, and that's a very good. It could be a very good team.
That wins the division.
It does, and it depends on how they look. Though
it doesn't get them a first round bye. Though.
It could, but
we'll see.
Most likely not.
I think they'll probably have to win 13 games to be considered, not considered, but to try and get a first round bye.
Yeah, you'd think a team like San Francisco or maybe even Detroit could.
Yeah, I think at worst they'll be 10-7, and that's if a lot of things go wrong. The sky is falling. The defense can't stop anybody. It's a highway on defense. I think at worst they'll be 10-7.
That's exactly how I feel. Like they could possibly win 13 games. It's definitely possible, but they based off last year, it's tough to say any more than 11 for me. But I agree. 10.
I do have confidence in these coordinators though to try and get.
Now,
back
if we
on
talk
track.
to Joe Lennigan will probably tell me they're going to go 15-1 because he's the ultimate optimist. One of my great advertisers. Tom Jackson's he keeps it more real. I don't know what Grimesy thinks. Maybe I'll have him call in, give us his thoughts.
What's your prediction?
11-6.
11-6.
Only because I'm like I don't know.
So what they did last year, is it going to be a prettier 11-6 than last season?
It better be.
Oh, we know it better be. Will it be?
I think it will, because if I look at the schedule, and I have the schedule right in front of me. I did. Here it is. If I have the schedule in front of me, you look at their first 4 games, I got them going 3-1. Then they have a bye.
Who's the one lost to?
See, that's what I can't figure out. No, because the Eagles are notoriously famous for
all right, tell me the first 4 matchups.
Winning games that they shouldn't win and losing games they should.
Yeah, they lost to the Jets for their one loss before they collapsed last year.
So they lead off with the Packers, Falcons, Saints, and Bucks. Those 4 teams.
Packers, Falcons,
I think they go
Saints,
3-1, but I can't tell you who they're going to lose.
I think bare minimum they should go 3-1.
Yeah, I think if they're going to lose to any of those teams,
if they go 2-2,
I think it'll be Green Bay if they lose to one of those.
Maybe
teams.
Atlanta, but I would go with Green Bay as well
because it's at New Orleans and at Tampa Bay. They smoked us last year in the playoffs.
Right, and the reason I'm not too confident that they might lose to Atlanta is because Kirk Cousins. I mean, we seem to have owned him over the years. He's obviously new offense, more weapons, but I still like the Eagles over the Falcons. So I'd say if they're going to lose one, it would be week 1 in Brazil. But
okay, then after that, after the bye, they got the Browns, Giants, Bengals, and Jaguars. I say they go 2-2 there.
Browns, Giants, and Bengals.
I think they could easily
the Bengals
go.
And the Jaguars.
I think they could easily go 3-1.
3-1 there.
But 2-2, it is possible. I mean, the Jaguars are a good team, but it's at home. It's going to be a Sunday night game. Doug Peterson back in Philly again, obviously.
By the way,
think
Tiki
we'll
Barber is backing off his comments. There's an article in the newspaper today.
Yeah, you showed me the article, and pretty much just saying, yeah, like I was only upset because Saquon's really good, and I'm sad that he's gone. Yeah,
but he was just mad. He was upset. They
I
were
mean,
going at each other in social media.
Yeah.
Maybe the Giants should have offered him a contract in the end.
I hope that motivates Saquon Barkley to really because supposedly this will be the best offensive line he's ever run behind.
Oh, 100%. By far.
They're sure big enough.
By far.
I mean, come on.
It's such a shame Kelsey couldn't play one more year.
We talk about the question marks and the holes within this offensive line with Kelsey gone, and now, obviously Juergens moving from guard to center, that vacancy at guard and the question marks there. But any other team would give an arm and a leg to have this offensive line.
And then there's another stretch where they got the Rams, Ravens, Panthers, and Steelers. The Panthers and Steelers, I think we roll them, to be honest with you.
Yeah. I mean, the Steelers are probably going to be starting Justin Fields by the time
play
we
at
see
the
them.
Rams at Baltimore. That's not easy.
No.
And it's the middle of the season.
Matt Stafford's
going to be on the road, obviously.
Right, on the road. they run out of gas like they did last year, those could be.
It's a tough schedule. I mean, it's a first-place schedule.
Last three is Washington Commanders, Dallas Cowboys, and Giants. It's division games.
Yeah.
All right.
I mean, it's not a surefire thing. This team's very talented. I just have the confidence that, with how talented and explosive this offense can be, I think they'll win any shootout they find themselves in, to be honest with you. The defense might not be that good,
Right.
but if they
So
can just
would
win
gain
these shootouts.
36 to 31.
Yeah.
42 to 36.
I think they win these shootouts. Because think about it. You run out of defensive backs, you run out of linebackers to put on these weapons, at least talented defensive backs or linebackers. Right. There's, you have Hurts' legs. We talked about this, Billy. Hurts' legs, Saquon's legs, Saquon's pass catching ability.
No, I agree.
All the options on offense through the air.
All their talent, all their talented, what do you call them? What kind of positions players?
Skill players.
All their skill players. They're best in the league.
I mean, not to even mention
match them against anybody in the league.
Not to mention Will Shipley, who can also catch passes. Right. He's a bulldog on the ground. It's just
talk's cheap though, Danny.
It is, and they have to show me it. But on paper, this team, I know we always say on paper, and that can blow up in your face. But they've got so much stronger, and adding Dotson late in the offseason, it's just I don't see how you can stop this offense.
When we come back, we're going to talk with the fantasy football guru Brian Hartley. I got my draft tonight, so I'm going to be very interested to see what he has to say on who we like. All right. For over 83 years, the Circle Liquor Store has offered the best selection of beer, wine, and spirits in South Jersey. It's a stone's throw away from Ocean City. It's a landmark with a friendly staff. It's no wonder why Circle Liquors was named Best of Philly, Best of Atlantic City, with the most competitive prices around. The Circle Liquor Store is now a proud sponsor of the second hour of the Locker Room with Billy Schweim. Throwing a party, preparing for the big game. Let Chet and his staff make sure you have everything you need. Check out the website at circleliquors.com or give them a call at 609-927-2921. They deliver. That's the Circle Liquor Store. Now I want to tell you about La Scala's Beach House in Brigantine. We're going to be there for 7 dates for our Eagles pregame show. La Scala's Beach House is in Brigantine. It opened last summer to rave reviews. It's your home away from home for a large selection of Italian, American, and seafood favorites, just like your grandmom used to make. Plus, you'll love their famous pizza, their deli specials, and their game day menu. Eat in or take out at La Scala's. They're open. Eat in or take out at La Scala's. See, I'm starting to fade, fellas. I really am. So you might have to
malfunctioning over there.
Yeah. That's thescalesbeachhouse.com.
Hey,
Let's eat.
You only got 15 minutes, Billy.
I got
20 minutes.
All right, when we return, we'll talk to the fantasy football guru, Brian Hartley. You're listening to The Locker Room with Billy Schweim and my Locker Room Youth Movement. Producer Danny Ryan and the intern Andrew Leeds right here on 97.3 ESPN.
This is South Jersey's official home for Philadelphia Eagles football. The Eagles open the 2024 season this Friday night in Sao Paulo, Brazil, against the Green Bay Packers.
Here comes the rush. They've got him! Jalen Carter.
Listen to all the action with Merrill Reese and Mike Quick with pregame coverage starting at 7 p.m. and kickoff at 8:15. This is the play-by-play home of the Philadelphia Eagles, 97.3 ESPN, South Jersey's Eagles station.
Train presents The Unstoppables. Those captains of comfort, those gargantuans of the guarantee, those satisfaction savants who persevere perilously beyond probability as the raconteurs of reliability. Here's to Train's heralded heroes of heating and air conditioning, those comfort kings with a tireless tenacity for total turnaround. The Train Comfort Specialists. Just one more reason why it's hard to stop a train.
Hi, this is Joe Lenigan, owner of Lenigan Plumbing, Heating, and Cooling. Call us today for your free train system quote at 609-399-1200 or online at ocnjplumber.com. And please don't forget to ask for the military and senior discount.
Call and again and again. Call and again and again.
Hi, I'm Steve Coates. When I dine out, I go to La Barca Restaurant, located at 301 Summers Point, Longport Boulevard, Longport, New Jersey. Set in the Seaview Marina with panoramic views of the open bay and marina, La Barca offers a wide range of dining options from fresh seafood, gnocchi menu, Italian, steak, chicken, and inspired entrees. When I have company at the shore, we go to La Barca for great food, impeccable service, and amazing views. Call La Barca now for reservations, 609-541-4007. Maybe I'll see you there.
Every year, hundreds of children suffer from unintentional injuries or death due to unsecured guns. Camden County and Moms Demand Action South Jersey are asking for your help to reduce gun violence by spreading the Be Smart message.
Store guns unloaded, locked, and separate from ammunition.
and talk to other parents about secure gun storage.
It's up to us to prevent these tragedies and save lives. Visit CamdenCounty.com/BeSmart to learn how we can stop gun accidents and deaths together.
eBay Motors is here for the ride. 120,000 miles of night drives, daily commutes, and who knows how many.
Are we there yet?
Through countless fixes, elbow grease, and a new radiator, you kept your ride alive. With eBay Motors, you have over 122 million parts to keep it running. And with eBay Guaranteed Fit, they'll be the perfect fit every time. Plus, at these prices, well, we're burning rubber, not cash. Keep your ride or die alive at ebaymotors.com. Eligible items only. Exclusions apply.
97.3 ESPN has teamed up with Seize the Deal for incredible weekly offers from some fantastic restaurants. Here's this week's big deal.
Get a $50 gift card, good for use, at Doyle's Poorhouse in Tuckerton for just $20.
Big deal is on sale now at seizethedeal.com. Hurry, chances are this deal will sell quickly. For more info on this great deal, go to seizethedeal.com.
SeizeTheDeal.com.
You're listening to Billy Schwein on 97 ESPN and the free mobile app.
All right, we're back broadcasting live at the Toms River Auto Group studio right here in Northfield. Billy Schwein, my locker room youth movement producer Dan Ryan, the intern Andrew Leeds with me today. And, of course, now it's time for my fantasy football guru, Brian Hartley, brought to you by Charlie's Bar and Restaurant in Summers Point, serving lunch and dinner and spirits. Watch all the big games while enjoying their famous wings. Check out the full menu at charliesbar.com. Call for takeout at 609-927-FOOD. That's 609-927-3663. Meet your friends at Charlie's Bar at the shore since 44. They're celebrating their 80th anniversary because it's a good time down there. That's Charlie's Bar. Let's go to the Toms River Volkswagen Sports Hotline and welcome into the locker room for another year of football. My fantasy football guru and yours, Brian Hartley. Good morning, Guru.
Good morning, guys. Speaking of Charlie's, I just left there, had some breakfast, had my first fantasy draft that wrapped up about 20 minutes ago. So I'm pumped. I'm looking over my team here, looking at everybody else's. And, in about an hour, my commission will get everybody loaded in the computer. And then we'll get to see those lovely generated, you got an A or a B plus.
You get those? I don't think we get those. Do we get those, Danny?
Oh, yeah. You're projected to finish in third place or whatever.
Some of the apps
Who knows what the computer thinks, I'm old school. I'm still using the press of Atlantic City back in the day to hand count my scores, type them up, and drop them off in my buddies' mailboxes or hand them out at the lunch period at school.
God, that's too funny. Hey, Guru, our fantasy draft is tonight at 8:00. I got the number 8 spot out of 10.
I guess I should keep my phone charged. You'll be calling me at some point. You'll be drafting all Eagles again like you did last year, rooting for the whole team.
Did you take 2 Eagles in the first round last year, Billy?
Yes, I did.
Who was it, AJ and Devontae?
Yeah, I think I took 2. Yeah, 2.
I know you took Pacheco, too, because he's a New Jersey kid. That was your running back.
Hey, Brian, word to the wise. Don't pick up if he calls you, all right?
No, you better pick up Guru. So I'm looking at a list of players, but obviously we have you on for your expertise, and you want to tell us the top 5 in each category that you think?
Yeah, well, so here's the top 5, and you can kind of jumble some of these guys in different orders, and I can give you some reasons why. So let's just start with running backs, because they're kind of a lot of leagues, they're the guys that go first, because this day and age, running backs are hard to get guys that get all the carries. A lot of teams split. So, you kind of go after those guys first. At least that's my theory, because there's fewer guys that could have those big projections at that position. So, number 1 has been Christian McCaffrey. 2 has been either flip-flop. 2 and 3 has either been Bijan Robinson or Breece Hall. And then you have Jonathan Taylor. And a lot of people have Jahmyr Gibbs at 5, Barkley's at 5. Derrick Henry's around 6, which, he's a great guy, but had a really rough year to last year. And I think he's slowing down a little, but McCaffrey, he has that injury. It just worries me. Every year he gets a lot of touches like he did last year. He kind of comes back usually and gets hurt. And here he's got a soft tissue injury. And is it one of those things that could linger? And taking it with the number 1 pick, which normally he would be, is that something that you're comfortable with? I have the number 2 pick. So I'm going under the preference, on my next draft under the understanding that he's going to be probably the number 1 pick. So then are you happy with Breece Hall, or do you like Bijan Robinson? And, Robinson, again, you could look at all the projections, but he didn't really do much last year. Breece Hall was injured, but came back and looked good. So I like Hall at number 2 over Robinson, but that's just my preference. At quarterback.
Hold on. Let me interrupt you real quick. Saquon Barkley's not in that? It's top 5?
Saquon Barkley is hovering at 5 and 6 between him and Jahmyr Gibbs and Derrick Henry. Kyren Williams has slipped. He was a guy that got me to my fantasy championship last year who was outstanding. But the problem with them is offensive line issues. They don't have the greatest offensive line. They've lost some people. So, he falls down a couple notches because it could be a little tough going there for them to run ball. But I love Barkley this year.
Okay.
I have the number 2 pick, so he's not going to be number 2. But I think he's definitely a later first round or coming back, depending on when the receivers start to go or maybe somebody throws a quarterback in. He's definitely somebody that's going to be coming back probably the end of round 2, beginning of round 3.
So let me ask you this question, Guru. I got the 8th pick. I think people go for receivers first, right? Pretty much, or no?
Well, it depends on your league. One league, yes, receivers for me go first. In my other league, it's a little more old school. It's kind of geared more towards running backs, so running backs go first. So I think you're going to see, the McCaffreys. So let me give you an idea. My first round today, okay, here's how it went. It went McCaffrey, Breece Hall, Bijan Robinson, and then it went with Tyreek Hill, CeeDee Lamb, Jamar Chase. Then I took Jefferson at 7, which I was happy about.
Wow.
And then Jonathan Taylor went 8, Saquon went 9, and Kyren Williams went 10. So that's how that kind of went out. It went running backs first, then the wide receivers came in, then it kind of went to that second tier running back.
All right, so give us your wide receivers now.
So wide receivers, I mean, it's pretty easy top 5 with the wide receivers because there's guys that are just clearly above the others. You get CeeDee Lamb, Tyreek Hill, Jamar Chase, Justin Jefferson, Amon St. Brown, and then, the next little tier is A.J. Brown, Garrett Wilson, Puka Nacua. And, people have Deebo Samuel up there, but I'm not sold on that. That's where the cutoff for me stops at 8 and kind of goes to that second tier wide receivers that, your Deebos, your Mike Evans. People think Marvin Harrison Jr., Nico Collins, but they've got a lot of talent now in Houston with wide receivers. And I don't know. I mean, do you think Debo's better than Brandon Ayuk? I think Ayuk could be better than Debo.
Yeah,
so
he missed all of preseason, but I guess that doesn't matter anymore.
No, not for wide receivers. Wide receivers are kind of plug and play. They can come back in. And then where I think it's really strong, and I went really late this year with quarterbacks. To me, there's so much quarterback depth, especially even in a 10-man team where 2 quarterbacks are getting drafted. There is a ton of talent at the quarterback level that, to me, isn't really worth jumping and taking one of these guys super early when you can go out and get talented position players over some of these other quarterbacks that are probably going to give you all of the same stats at the end of the season when it's all wrapped up. So, it's a lot of feel. It's a lot of things that you got to look at. You got to look at bye weeks, and some guys have moved around. Some people have retired, and that's the big thing that when you're drafting, you've got to look at those things. Have guys lost like the Eagles? They lost Kelsey on the offensive line. They lose guys. Like, is that going to make a difference in some things? There's a lot that goes into it. I wouldn't say it though. You just kind of can't do that stuff. But most other people, they kind of get it. And the preseason, you don't gain anything from watching the preseason anymore. There is nothing to glean from that whatsoever. So you've got to look at rosters. You've got to look at health. Have guys gone down or guys holding out.
So give me your top 5 just for just for S's and giggles.
my top 5 overall. This is how, if I was drafting and how I think it would go. I think it would go McCaffrey, then I would go Breece Hall, then I guess Bijan Robinson, CeeDee Lamb, and I'm still a Justin Jefferson guy. Okay. People have Hill and St. Brown and Chase, but those guys have a lot of other weapons around them. Tyreek Hill has Waddle over there. Jamar Chase has T. Higgins. So Justin Jefferson doesn't have anyone else. He's the guy. They're going to have to throw the ball. They have Aaron Jones.
You know it's coming.
Yeah, well, but you know what? That hasn't seemed to slow him down.
Wow. All right, how about quarterbacks, Guru? Who are your top 5 quarterbacks? Because there is a lot of depth, but give me your top 5.
Top 5 quarterbacks, I think it's still Josh Allen again, because I think they're going to have to just score points this year. That's always been the thing with them. They have never been such a good team that they're necessarily ahead all the time. Their defense has never really all been that great. So they've always been in these battles where they just have to throw and score points. So Josh Allen is still, to me, the number 1 fantasy quarterback. Lamar Jackson, Jalen Hurts, Patrick Mahomes in tier 1. And then you have the young guys in the next tier. Anthony Richardson, he went kind of late today. I was able to get him, and I think the 9th round. But he's coming off that injury, but I still think he has a lot of potential. C.J. Stroud was a monster last year.
I was going to say C.J. Stroud was torn up last year.
Kyler Murray was injured last year. People with Marvin Harrison have him ranked up there. Joe Burrow has fallen a little bit. The guy that I think has fallen the most that got drafted as the number 19th quarterback today was Justin Herbert.
Really?
A year ago, he was a top 5 quarterback, and he was going 2 and 3 in some of the leagues because of the talent that he had. That team has lost all their wide receiver talent, and he dropped to the 19th. Jordan Love has moved up. He was starting to go very high in a lot of drafts that I've listened to people talking about. They expect with the talent he has and the end of the season with the playoff run and the playoff games, especially that, as an Eagles fan, that lovely Dallas game where they took it to him. He put up some monster numbers, and I think people really believe, and I do too, that that's going to carry over to the season.
We're talking with the fantasy football guru, Brian Hartley, brought to you by Charlie's Bar and Restaurant, Summers Point. Who are your 2 quarterbacks? Who did you get? Who are your quarterbacks?
Yeah, so I got Richardson, and then I got Aaron Rodgers as the number 17 quarterback take.
Wow. All right, your tight ends, guru.
I don't have any tight ends, so in our leagues, tight ends count as wide receivers. So I did not take any. So here is my roster in a 10-man team. I got Anthony Richardson, Aaron Rodgers. I got Devon Achane, Aaron Jones, Javonte Williams. I got Justin Jefferson, Garrett Wilson, Devontae Adams, Jaden Reed. And then I took 2 flyers on guys. I took Nick Chubb, who's going to be out for a while. I'll stash him on my bench and hope he comes back to who he is. But I got him nice and late, so I was happy about that. And I took a flyer towards the end, the second to last round, on Austin Eckler, playing for Washington. But I think he could, I know they have Brian Robinson, but I think he could work his way back in there. He is a guy who, hey, listen, if it doesn't work out, he was one of my later round picks. I dropped him for somebody else and we'll figure it out. But he was a guy I thought that late I saw a lot of value in potentially down the end of the season. And then defenses, I took Houston and Indianapolis. They have the same bye week. I know that, but it's week 14. So by then, again, I'll figure out which one's the better defense that I'm playing every week. And then when I need to, I'll drop the other one and go from there. And then kickers, I like Grupe, the guy from New Orleans. He had a nice season last year. Again, they're a team that they move the ball, but they can never really seem to get it in the end zone all that much. And they have a good defense, and they play in some lower scoring games where he could kick 5 and 6 field goals, which he did last year. And then I like Will Lutz, who moved over to Denver, with his old coach, Sean Payton. I like him in that high altitude, and I think he could kick some bombs this year.
Hey, make sure, is Jimmy and Jeff Thomas in your league?
Jeff is in my league. Yep.
Oh, Jimmy's not. Because
Jimmy is not.
I was there getting my nice. They got the best salad wedge there. I got salad wedge with chicken in there, and Jimmy was talking smack. He said, he should be the guru.
Hey, we could have a little league and do a little competition here.
He's not even in the league.
You in one of my leagues. You sound like easy pickings,
Yeah, okay, I hear you, guru. All right, well, listen.
Real quick, Billy, hold on.
Go ahead.
With the draft tonight, I mean, Billy is easy pickings, so he needs a little bit of help here.
But I won't hit autopilot.
Auto pick, yeah. He needs a little bit of help here, though. He's picking at number 8 tonight. I'm picking at number 7. Who should we target in that area tonight in our 10-man fantasy draft?
Yeah, again, it really depends. It's going to be those wide receivers or those running backs, depending on the scoring of your league. So, again, in my leagues, the running backs kind of went first. But in other leagues, these wide receivers are going first. CeeDee Lamb is going 1 or 2. Jefferson is going 3 or 4. I think McCaffrey is the consensus number 1 pick. But then it really just depends on, the PPR value and all that. So you're going to be looking at those guys like a Jamar Chase, a Tyreek Hill, Justin Jefferson, or if the running backs fall, if Bijan falls, guys like that. Barkley went 8th in this one today, so that's something you could be looking at. But I think
it's got Billy written all over it.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say.
Keep that quiet. Keep that under your hat.
I think you could get them coming back down probably, but again, some people they get nervous. They really want them. I'm going to be watching them every week, so they just pull the trigger and take them.
Two things I won't do, Guru, is put a Dallas Cowboy on my team. I don't care how good he is. He's not on my roster.
If CeeD's there at 8, you have to
And
do
I don't
it.
care
And
what
he
you
won't
got.
be, but
CD will not be there at 8.
he won't. But hypothetical world, Billy still wouldn't take him, which is just ridiculous.
I wouldn't. I don't do that. I'm
Well,
loyal.
you'd love to be number 9 if that's the case.
Exactly.
All right, got any more questions for the Guru?
All good. I mean,
think Guru-
Godspeed tonight, Billy.
Yes, I thank you for your and keep your phone on because I will be calling you.
Don't answer.
Do not disturb all night.
All right, Guru, we look forward to another great season with the fantasy football guru, Brian Hartley. As always, Guru, we appreciate it, and we'll talk to you next Sunday.
Thanks, guys. Good luck tonight.
All right, there he is. The fantasy football guru, Brian Hartley, is brought to you by Charlie's Bar and Restaurant, Summers Point, serving lunch, dinner, and spirits. Watch all the big games while enjoying their famous wings. Check out their full menu at charliesbar.com. Call for takeout at 609-927-FOOD. That's 609-927-3663. Meet your friends at Charlie's Bar at the Shore since 44, celebrating their 80th anniversary. That's Charlie's Bar.
For over 83 years, Circle Liquor Store has offered the best selection of beer, wine, and spirits in Southern Jersey. Just a stone's throw away from Ocean City, it's a landmark. With a family staff, it's no wonder why Circle Liquors was named Best of Philly and Best of Atlantic City. With the most competitive prices around, Circle Liquor is now a proud sponsor of the second hour of The Locker Room with Billy Schweim. Throwing a party? Let Chet and his staff make sure you have everything you need. Check out their website at circleliquors.com or give them a call at 609-927-2921. That's Circle Liquor Store. Tell them The Locker Room sent you. Say hi to Jason for us.
Just about everyone in our area has heard about the Jersey Man and Philly Man magazine that is run by ex-Philadelphia Eagle Ken Dunnick. But were you aware of their private business network they call the Legacy Club? Every month they hold private events at upscale locations in Philadelphia and South Jersey that attract 200-plus top business people. If you have an interest in attending one of these events and see it's a fit for your business, send an email to ken@jerseymanmagazine.com or call 856-912-4007. Again, 856-912-4007. All right, when we return, we'll wrap up the show. You're listening to The Locker Room with Billy Schweim and his Locker Room Youth Movement right here on 97.3 ESPN.
Sunday Night Baseball on ESPN Radio. It's a critical showdown in the NL East.
It is gone into the third row. A solo shot for Harper.
Bryce Harper and the Philadelphia Phillies face Marcell Ozuna and the Atlanta Braves.
Towards center field, way back there, on its way, and gone. Marcell Ozuna will touch them all.
The Braves at the Phillies. Sunday Night Baseball. Coverage begins at 6 Eastern with first pitch at 7 Eastern.
It's Phillies baseball on 97.3 ESPN.
Finding an electrician that is dependable, prompt, and experienced is important. Tom Jackson & Sons Electrical Service is just that. Service in Atlantic and Cape May counties for 40 years, Tom Jackson & Sons Electrical Services specializes in both commercial and residential work and provides 24-hour emergency services. No job too big and no job too small. Call Tom Jackson & Sons Electrical Services. They do it all. Call for a free estimate, 609-399-1999.
Call Tom Jackson & Sons for electrical, they're number one.
Hundreds of Volkswagens in stock and on sale. Hundreds of Mitsubishis, even 100 electric Bintelli golf carts in stock and on sale at Tom's River Auto Group. And not one a penny over sticker. Plus, Tom's River Auto has a Birds fan bonus. $500 off just for showing up in a team jersey, hat, socks, whatever. How easy is that? New or used, Tom's River's got plenty, but hurry. On sale, they're flying. Click Tom'sRiverAutoGroup.com.
Randazzo's Pizza, Randazzo's Pizza, Randazzo's Pizza, the pizza you're gonna love. It's got the freshest taste that you'll find any place. Randazzo's Pizza, there's one right nearby. Randazzo's Pizza, Randazzo's Pizza. It's a pizza like you've never had before. Eat it or take it home, no matter where you roam. Randazzo's Pizza, the tastiest you'll find. Randazzo's Pizza, the tastiest you'll find.
Why would you call anyone else besides Randazzo's Pizzeria and Family Restaurant, 34th and Asbury Avenue in Ocean City. Open year-round, 7 days a week, offering free delivery on the whole island and to the beach. Pizza, pasta, salads, entrees, subs, paninis, and wraps. Voted best of the shore. Call 814-1600. 814-1600.
Randazzo's Pizza, the tastiest you'll find. Randazzo's Pizza, the tastiest you'll find.
Hi, this is ex-Philadelphia Eagles tight end Ken Dunnick, and I'm the current publisher of Jersey Man and Philly Man magazine, and I'm asking you to become a Camden County police officer and help make our city a better place to live. The Camden County Police Department is now hiring for sworn officers who are going to make a difference in our community. The first year's salary for the position is $51,000. So join the effort today to be part of something bigger than yourself. Visit CamdenCountyPD.org to apply online. That's CamdenCountyPD.org. Thank you.
Texting privacy policy and terms and conditions posted at textplan.us. Texting enrolls for recurring automated text marketing messages. Message and data rates may apply. Reply stop, opt out.
If you're using Viagra or Cialis or have thought about using them, listen up. Zeldy is introducing Zeldy Hardy's, new 2-in-1 dissolving tablets that get you ready for action in 15 minutes and keep you ready for up to 48 hours. They contain sildenafil and tadalafil, the active ingredients in Viagra and Cialis, but cost 90% less than those brand names. You heard me right. Using both active ingredients and this quick dissolving mechanism to work in around 15 minutes, and the tadalafil keeps you ready for up to 48 hours. It's powerful results that cost around 90% less. Text tablet to 200-300 to get started. With Zelty, enjoy fast, free, discreet shipping without the hassle of any awkward, time-wasting visits to the doctor's office. We make access as seamless as possible so you can focus on your life and your love life. Get your free medical review and Zelty Hardy's, a new way to treat ED, today. Text tablet to 200-300 now. Don't wait. Text tablet to 200-300 right away. Text tablet to 200-300.
You're listening to The Locker with Billy Schwein on 73 ESPN and the free mobile app.
All right, we're back broadcasting live at the Tom's River Autogroup studio right here in Northville. Billy Schwein, my Locker Room Youth Movement, Dan Ryan, Intern Andrew Lee. You are cordially invited to a night of great food, cigars, and, of course, unbelievable memories with the one Brian Pryor. Humidor Cigars benefiting the University of Pennsylvania Stroke Center. It's September 17th at 6:30 at Moto Mio on Landis Avenue in Sea Isle. For more information, you want to go to Frauch, and I'm going to give you that email address right here. It is FRAUCH721@gmail.com. So if you want to go hang out with Proper, and Proper's a great guy.
Yeah, it'll be a great time.
It'll be a great time. Their food's good down there. So guys, I'm sorry. I made it in, but I'm fading real quick, and I'm getting
no need to apologize for. I think we can give Billy a little round of applause here. Good job.
Clap
Billy.
it up.
I mean, you made it through.
Hell of a flu broadcast.
Yeah,
that's all we can say.
Oh my gosh,
that's all we can say.
So we have the Phillies tonight at 7:10. Is it?
Yeah, Sunday night baseball, baby.
National TV.
Yeah, when I asked Tommy Greene
about national television, he's like,
I
don't
care what he says because they know it. They
Well,
know
you know,
it.
It's also
some
a
guys-
different day today.
Yeah, I also think some people, like what he was trying to translate, at least in my eyes, was that these guys don't get nervous about it. They don't.
No,
think too
that
much
wasn't
into
my
it.
question.
But some of them, I do think guys like Bryce Harper or Trey Turner or Schwarber, they get up for these games. Like they're more amped up. They show out for national television.
That's what I was implying.
I mean, we know Bryce Harper's a showman if he's anything. I mean,
if he's got any power in that arm that's hurt, I mean, he's going to hit a bomb tonight.
Hey,
Do we
guys.
slam a Harper homer tonight?
I hope so.
Schwarbomb?
I got to get my
To shut you up?
my Caesars.
I'd love to see all of it.
Sportsbook. I got to get my Caesars Sportsbook up and running. Something's wrong with my phone, man. My
Siri?
Yeah, Siri's not working, and neither is my. I can't get in my password for the season. But I'll figure it out.
For Caesar Sportsbook? Gotcha.
Guys, thank you so much for bearing with me today. Ever hear that one? Bearing with me?
Yes, I've heard
that's
that.
a pretty common one.
Yeah, come on.
This isn't what Doubting Tom.
Doubting Thomas. You're a Doubting Thomas.
Mr. Ed.
By the way, to this day, I still get people laughing about that whole show. All right. We had a great weekend here in the Locker Room. It continues with the Sports Bash with Mike Gill, Monday through Fridays. Thanks for making the Locker Room part of your Sunday, because nothing could be finer than talking sports with the Schweiner. I'll see you next week, everybody, right here on 97.3 ESPN.
The preceding program was paid for by the